Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of the Lodge at Endsmeet. I found Sal. She's right behind me. Before we get anywhere, let's go ahead and give our players an opportunity for a point of inspiration by giving us a recap.
Hello, yes, I volunteer.
Hooray.
All right, Emily, go for it.
Top of the session, we had destroyed Turiax to the best of our ability, and then a contingency had been triggered. And so at the top of the session, we searched the goblin camp. Already gathered 15 intact dragon scales, and found a bunch of blood, but it was not useful to him because it was outside of his body and was corrupted. Gideon gathered intel on Turiax and where his lair might be to try to triangulate a location, and we find out that he had been around the Firewatch Tower a lot, which we've been to, so we were like, all right, maybe that. And then we also found that the scout had noted that there had been a draconic fight about 300 miles east of Endsmeet, which could have been we were speculating about. Drenyer very kindly offered to keep watch for us while we took a long rest so we could get tracking in the morning. And we had a brief conversation about should we go back to Endsmeet, whereupon he pointed out hey, if you let Slight know what's going on, she's probably gonna ask you to not go and risk all the stuff for River. And we were like, cool, great, we're not going back to Endsmeet then. And Artie gave a scale to Claudia so she could sniff it and get Teriax's scent, and it was like that cut pine smell, the essence of the forest. We rested, and nothing eventful happened except for Drenyer nuking that last Burbalang that had kind of gotten away. In the morning, Tess failed to get divine intervention to figure out where River was, but worth trying. Ryan gave us some stolen sugarcane, so we had advantage on initiative. Very funny. He is a rogue. And Artie was talking about his plan to maybe modify Turiax's memory when we saw him, and that was really cool. Also, that lets us know that Artie can modify memories, which is terrifying in its own right in a different way. Gid halved our time to get back to Endsmeet, which was really rad. And we got to the tower just before sunrise. And Claudia, as we were kind of investigating the tower, scented some ozone, some magic. And Artie, with his billion investigation, found this old small ward of abjuration magic that was really well hidden. That was a glyph, and further investigation on it revealed that it was something to remind somebody of a promise, and it wouldn't activate until a certain condition was met, and it was draconic in nature. Velen danced about it to cast Identify on it and told us that it was centuries old, and made in elven blood. Meanwhile, Tess scryed on River and found her unconscious and held in the claws of a dragon, flying 300 feet above the ground, going southwest. We, of course, imagined that this was Turiax and were really worried about it. But when Tess cast Sending to Turiax, the spell failed, which told us either that he is dead, shielded, or on another plane. But we do know that she's in Dragon Claws, so she cast another message to 2-6, the Verdant Death, and she responded with a one-word answer. We were basically like, hey, we're at the Firewatch Tower, can we parlay for River's life? And she said, fine. And then showed up. And I will say that Frog had this great side quote of, next time you send a message, Artie, keep it to one word. Challenge level impossible. So we prepped uneasily for the encounter. Tess gave Gideon protection from poison. Artie loaded up his the elixir of health and the handy hop up. Gideon cast Longstrider on Claudia for the first time, so she's not 5 feet short of things. And Claudia made a grappling hook. But Longstrider is going to be clutch. I can feel it. When Velen was also like, hey, what if we just talk to her, though, and cast Enhance ability on her charisma. 2-6 was way bigger than Turiax, and basically everything that she did was a flex on us. But she, to all of our surprise, set River down and told us that killing the baby dragon was kind of a thing that she had wanted but couldn't do, because it reminded her of this wound that Turiax had inflicted on her. And so it was weirdly kind of a release for her, but Turiax was mad because it was his baby the whole time. Meanwhile, she was sort of like, I'm not going to let him sully the peace, like the bargain that I made with Endsmeet, like because he overreached. And the pact, and we kind of gathered that the pact had stood for hundreds of years, and she had shattered because he was being like, he was being a butthead. She also called her victory over him lucky because he was really powerful, and said that next time we come hunting dragon, make damn sure we know whose lair we're treading in. Um, and basically was like, I'm not giving you river because you want it. I'm doing it to preserve this peace because of this like pact that I had laid down, this law that I laid down a million years ago. Um, and she didn't want to be like complicit in that trespass that he made. She also said that like he dragged himself to her lair and she killed him, and that like his blood is spilling over steaming over the ground now, which was good news, except for she's still a green dragon. So Tess in particular was like, I don't know if I trust that all the way, even though the sending had failed. But Gideon was like, "Ma'am," and he wrapped River up, and
Ma'am.
cure wounds brought her back. Um, and we already noticed that the glyph had been like kind of gently glowing the whole time, so maybe one of the conditions is that Turiax has to be around. And Artie also speculated that like, or 2-6 has to be around to like as a reminder. And Artie kind of speculated after she left that perhaps Turiax was hanging around to try to like figure out how to like sabotage the glyph somehow. Um, Velen let River borrow the cloak of cold resistance on the way back. While we kind of like made our way back through the forest. And Claudia used her like nightmare eye on Drenyer to find out that like his nightmare was like, standing over his daughter's grave, predictably.
Oh.
Very sad. Poor River like threw up until Velen used Baby's first lay on hands to like help her feel better. And also because this was a fantasy world, River didn't have to go to work that day because that diagram is evidence for a sick day. Um, Velen and Tess and Artie reported to Salite about what happened, and Salite seemed like to not know about the pact, which was fascinating and really piqued Velen's interest in particular. And Salite mentioned that the only person that had been around that long had been Sadie, the bananas sorcerer that we've met before. We also send an animal messenger to Korthak, that not the original champion that died, but like apparently the next Korthak, to let him know that Turiax is dead, and that we think, but we don't totally trust 2-6, so we're working on that. And Slight also mentioned that like because the Goldwood is this sort of delicate balance, and one of its green dragons just like went away, that the forest is probably gonna need some time to like settle, and like weird stuff might happen in the meantime. She also said that like they would maybe send out some scouts to see where a green dragon's corpse would be. Um, we all split up after that, and Velen gained some really cool information. She went to the Parchment of Quill to like look into the history of Endsmeet, which Dunerin,
Gunnerin,
I
I think.
Dunnerin. He was sort of like, you want this book? Okay. So Velen got an old journal from a druid named Ellen Luerbrook, that had helped settle the town and like mentioned this pact that had been struck. And it was indeed with Sadie. And the stuff that we found out was the stuff that Velen found out was that green dragons are like associated with the forest. The pact had been made in the shadow of Endsmeet's like very very first village. The original settlers had been led by Ellen and Sadie of the Starry Week, and they struck this deal, presumably with. I don't know about also Turiax, but definitely with 2-6. And it was basically a deal of non-interference on Endsmeet's side and non-aggression on 2-6's. There was no tribute exchanged, only the idea that there was like a secrecy, like there was basically only the idea that like they would leave 2-6 the fuck alone, essentially. Never seek her out, and only build homes where the sun falls westward. And and also never bring fire to the Goldwood, which it seems also important. So it's like maybe 2-6 is some kind of like forest protector a little bit. um, the glyph can be activated with a blend of flesh, rainwater, crushed goldwood bark, creature's honest breath, and one of the pact makers invoking its name. Where all it also had this interesting like poetic riddle. When old words are lost, truth becomes the key. So maybe like Sadie's presence is maybe enough to do it as a living vessel of the spell. And also, also important for us to know for the future, should the glyph fade by erosion, malice, or time. The verdant one will be unbound, and her mercy lies in memory. Without it, she will return to her true nature that she was born from, cunning, cruel, and coiled. So it makes me kind of wonder, out of character, like, is the glyph binding her somehow in some way that is other than like abjurative? Like, is it kind of like tempering her nature at all, or something like that? They also was like a little bit of a poem. She walks draped in stars. Her mind a silver garden. um Ask not what she forgets, but what she guards, and that seems to be about Sadie. Meanwhile, Artie was going to talk to Sadie, lol. Without any of this knowledge. And he said that she said some like poetic stuff, and at the end of which was probably about the glyph. And she kind of mentioned it was a good deal, an old deal, a fair price, knock right. So that's interesting. Like, I wonder, like, it seems like that's important, but we don't know quite how. Meanwhile, Claudia and Gideon talked briefly about like how to never trusting green dragons, and how Claudia has trust issues, and Gideon was like, "Yeah, your issue is that you trust too many people." And then he cast Longstrider on her again, and she zoomed around, and that was cute. Tana is doing an elaborate ritual with a lot of components to try to get us to the Feywild so we can rescue Lily. Tess basically took a shopping list for her, but also cast Commune to Jamino real quick. Jamino chided her lightly and was like, "You can just pray to me like a normal ass person." And
Go
we
drag frog.
established that indeed an archfey does have Lily. That
Echo.
Lily is not a lichen,
Drag
and
frog.
that Turiak. What? Oh, okay.
Didn't realize
And
she
that
fell
Sorry.
Turiax is in fact, yes, dead for real, for really real. And then Tess took Arthur for a walk so he would not be curious and upset all of the ritual components. Got all the stuff that Tana needed for her shopping list, and then bothered Nazik about diamonds. And Nazik was like, there's not been a shipment, sorry." And then she also insinuated about his flirtation with Velen. And Velen then appeared immediately to bother him about Ivory. And also talk about Sadie, and then after which Artie appeared to bother him about Banasite. But then at some point, Tess was like, "Hey, what are you most proud of in the shop?" And he talked about this like cool artifact stone that makes you more dexterous, which Tess then told Gideon about. Artie also purchased Bracers of Defense and now has an 18 armor class, which is wild for a wizard. And Tess picked up a reliquary of Mago, so she can summon a Celestial now if she wants to. And then is over at Knuckles' house so that River can play with her calming pet. And we basically left off. We're at 8 in the morning right now because we're up all night doing all of this stuff. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're sort of at this pause point while we're waiting for Tana to do this ritual so we can go to the Feywild.
Okay. Well, that was quite the recap. Well done. You do indeed earn a point of inspiration.
Hooray!
So, as we get into the session, what's your guys' plan?
Hey, Tana.
Yes?
I got a question.
I'm certain you do.
How are we getting back?
That's a good question.
That is a good question, and one I don't have the answer to.
Nice.
So how are we getting? I know you don't have an answer, but I guess maybe now we should consider that.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
I mean, there's no shot we can afford a scroll, because probably gonna be the same price as like a
Not
teleportation one.
There
we
are
can travel-
locations in the Feywild where you can secure teleportation across the veil, or if you're lucky, you might be able to find a thinning of the veil yourselves.
If we can make it, I mean, I know it's pretty far, but if we can make it to Feyhop, we won't need anything. It's in both places at once.
Is that like a rest
figure it out.
station for
That's
the
where you're
Feywild?
from,
It's
right?
one of the largest cities in Albara.
It's a city, yeah.
Isn't that where
I'm
you're
not-
from, Valen?
Yeah. That's why
Isn't that... But wouldn't your brother be there?
I mean, he'd probably be at the estate, but I don't know that it would matter. We paid him off.
True.
Let's just wing it. I mean, that's kind of been
figure it out.
working. It's kind of been working for us so far in life. You know, we're all here.
It was just a thought because I feel like getting her out seems to be more of a priority than.
Like if
I don't
we're
know.
in the Feywild and we have her, at least she's with us and not with
I'm-
whoever has her.
As much as
Yeah,
I
it'll work
agree with
out.
as much as I agree with the idea that getting her out is a priority, I would like to point out that like if this is indeed an archfey and they have a lot of power in the Feywild, it might be smart to have an out to get her to, rather than trying to get her out of wherever she is and then not having a way to get all of us back to this plane.
Well, you're not wrong.
You know
It was
how
just
I've
a
dealt
thought.
with life. I deal with one problem by making another problem. I can always take us to the astral sea.
I
Right.
mean, we could go to the astral sea. Tana, could you come with us? Is there a way that you could do the ritual from the other side?
I could, but that would require I build the ritual within the Feywild. It's not out of...
Like- You're doing here.
Hana's also got her life here, and somebody has to look after River while we go. Make sure that she's okay.
I would...
Particularly since she was just through
Yeah, let's.
a lot.
I need you all to understand. I would absolutely come with you.
Honey.
If you
Is there
wish.
a butt?
No.
I think the
But it
point of
doesn't-
what Ian is saying. I agree.
Well-
I don't think we should really leave River by herself. To be fair, she won't be by herself. Everybody else will still be here.
I mean, that's true.
Like Draenir?
If you can come, that'd make me feel better.
I'm sure not gonna say
Having
she
around.
shouldn't come with.
Sorry, if I say hi, honey, that's to Brahmin, not. Sorry, Tana.
I figured.
I mean,
So what if we just get you the stuff to do this ritual again when we're on the Feywild side?
Yes, it would be just that simple.
a little different on the other side.
The-
Well, and
I
you
would need to
have
bring...
a place.
I would need to bring some supplies from here that I could use to target the ritual here.
And I
Right.
imagine being in the Feywild and having a place that is safe for you to set up a ritual like this over the course of time would be no small challenge in and
I
of
would
itself.
need you to secure me for 24 hours while I built the ritual.
We can do that.
Yes. Maybe.
Better than not having any plan at all.
It is. Just the Feywild is really weird, you guys. Like I can't emphasize this enough. Like I it is not like being in danger on this side of the veil.
Okay.
It's different. I'm not saying we can't do it. Just we need to be vigilant and we need to be prepared for things to behave in ways that we don't expect.
I mean, another option, in theory, is we could go talk to the druids and try to ask them for help.
What help?
I mean, if they know more about getting in and out of the Feywild than we do, maybe like they know the woods. The woods has a lot of soft points between here and the Feywild, right? So maybe they can direct us to one of those thin-veiled places.
I mean, I can probably find one too.
I'm sure you can. I'm just suggesting.
I suppose it depends on how much time you want to, because
Right,
we would have to
that's-
go to them, and they're a ways out.
I guess that's true.
People in the Fey, like archfays and stuff, they use a lot of enchantment magic, right?
Yes.
Okay, here, I'm gonna go in my bag, pull out the staff of charming. When I got this identified, this actually helps protect you against enchantment spells, and actually, if you succeed on one, you could cast it back on the person, or
Yeah.
if
That's pretty good.
if you succumb to it, you can just persevere through.
Well, that's
You need to
Neat.
be like a spellcaster if anybody wants it.
That's pretty powerful.
You don't think that's useful in your hands, Artie?
Probably. I would have to lose some hardiness though.
Oh.
Some artiness, you know.
Hardy. I don't think it would be very useful for me to have compared to my other
You
things.
can't use it.
I cast spells.
Debatable.
Debatable.
That's
You're already-
debatable.
I'm
already-
sorry. Have you seen my blood blast?
You just bleed on people. That's not the
Wait,
same.
what's the cutoff? Could I use it?
Now?
Wow.
What is the cutoff, Artie?
I cast
Bard,
spells.
cleric, druid, sorcerer. I guess you can use it, Claudia. It just wouldn't seem right. Warlocks and wizards.
It just wouldn't seem. I'm literally on the list of people who can use it.
You know.
Sorry, baby.
I cast Mind Spike on Artie to demonstrate my. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. But if he pushes it,
What save is that?
Time.
wisdom.
Wisdom. It's always wisdom.
Yeah. And I have
Oh,
advantage
goodness.
because it's magic.
Okay, go ahead. Try to
Oh, it's even
keep
worse.
that.
I get mine spiked.
Okay.
You get a headache.
Um,
There you go.
A big
What?
headache, apparently.
You
You
fucking
actually rolled
damaged me?
damage.
Well, you rolled the save. No one asked you to, so I might as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damage
okay.
our wizard before we go to
There
fight
you go. Down
on
9.
Oh my god.
I need a short rest, guys. I used a spell slot.
Oh my
No,
god.
let's go. We're out.
I will warn you, I'm going to be exhausted after performing this ritual.
Oh,
I will not be useful for at least a day.
and then when it's time for you to go back, you'll.
It'll be much the
It's
same.
Another day.
Mhm.
These are the costs of performing magic above one's own station.
Mm.
What should we get for you that you'll need on the other side? What can we gather before we go?
Earth. A lot of it.
Earth.
All right.
How much is a lot? Because, I mean, I can get a lot.
20 pounds.
That's a lot.
I said that.
So
Alright,
big old
man.
chunk of dirt.
20
Does
pounds
it need
are
to be from a particular place, like the spring water? Or
Here, just
like
this
this plane?
plane.
Just shovel
Alright.
it into Artie's
All right,
bag of holding.
Let's dig up. We've got. Hey, isn't there something in the garden that we were?
Yeah, we've
working
been-
on?
Yeah, we were tilling in the garden,
300,
digging out stuff.
300 gold
There's
worth
a
of diamond
giant-
dust.
There's a giant pile
Oh,
of dirt
no.
in front of my driveway right now that we could just use.
What
Sorry,
is
that
a
was stupid.
driveway?
I don't know.
It's
where
a
you
place
put
where you drive.
Carriages. Where are we going to get the diamond dust? We don't have any
Or
diamonds.
375 gold worth of banacite.
Venice.
I'm sorry. There's
About that.
Do you have that banacite, Artie?
I
What about that?
actually am just short.
Oh,
Fuck.
I have
you have any-
He's not your prey.
345 worth. Do we
hey.
have
So, would
Hey,
you mind
you.
muting while you're yelling at the
Oh, I'm-
cats?
I'm sorry.
Do we, Tess? Do we have any? I know we don't. Do we have any diamond left?
Oh, we don't.
Like,
Even
even
a
if it's-
little one?
Not even like a
No.
piece. Did we use it up on the nose? Every piece?
We used every. I cannot stress enough how much diamond dust it takes to cast Greater Restoration 3 times in a row.
Yeah, no. I get that. I didn't know if we, because even if we had just like 50 gold worth left,
We
I didn't know
don't.
if we had like uneven increment.
The cleric.
Yes?
God. You might have some diamond dust that we could borrow.
Targon.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, especially with how few diamonds there are in the town, I doubt he would want to do that. But
But it's just 30 gold pieces worth of diamond
Echo.
dust. That's not even a
Yes.
whole.
If I was to, would I know crushing up my gem of brightness? Would that get anything useful out of it?
No.
Okay.
I love the Gem of Brightness. Don't do
I haven't
that.
used it yet.
It would
I
be
want to.
that would give you basically quartz dust, which
Oh, okay.
wouldn't help.
Not translate. Yeah.
I feel like Targan would be willing to give us 30 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
I will go
He's
talk to
got,
Targon.
what if he needs that?
How
Yeah,
much-
that's
Like
it.
the only
Yeah,
reason.
don't-
You're not the only people in this town.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but if we ask Nazik about diamonds again, he's going to strangle us.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm willing to try to ask. Just ask. To help
How
Gideon's
much-
knees.
How much does it cost in diamond dust
I'm
to
not.
reserve somebody? Resurrect somebody.
300 gold for
Okay.
Revivify.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
4,000 gold if you must raise them.
Tell him I'll give
It
him
was
10 platinum
5,000
for
gold.
30 gold worth of diamond dust.
Oh, Artie.
Here, somebody
a
do
lot.
that.
That's sweet.
I don't want to get enchanted, so I'm gonna take off these bracers that I just bought for a little bit and use the staff.
I think that if you were
Oh, the
controlled by
perils.
something, that would be very dangerous for all of us. So I'm glad you're making that choice.
I'm gonna look
Mhm.
so cool like a wizard. I'm gonna have a staff and a book.
You are a wizard, Artie.
Can
You are a
if you
wizard.
go to Nazeek's, can you give me a wizard hat?
I will make you a wizard hat.
Yeah, please. Oh, you have the paints. Can you draw me a wizard hat?
I was just thinking that I would make it out of my disguise kit. And
Wow. I want a good one.
She can make
Well,
a good one out
the-
of disguise kit.
I mean,
I
or
would
you could just
probably
paint
make-
it and it comes to life.
it would come to life, but I don't think texturally that it would be what you want. It would be
I want
like,
a big floppy wizard hat.
I mean, I could try to paint that, but I think that it,
The tip flops back a little bit and has a floppy brim.
I'm sure you're intimate with that concept. Can we make sure we get all our stuff first before we talk about the wizard hat?
Okay, so as your DM, I have no idea what the hell you guys are going to do.
Tess is going to the temple to talk to Targon. To try
Okay,
to get some magic.
I'm digging up 20 pounds of dirt.
you can just be doing that. That's you
Mhm.
say you do that. There's no roll for anything like that. Okay, you're going to talk to Targon.
Yes.
roll for dirt.
Is anybody else going with you?
I would like to tell Salite we're going to the Feywild briefly.
Okay. What's anybody
That
else
seems
Have
doing?
fun with that.
Artie, what are you doing?
I will go with
Pondering.
You're pondering. All right.
Pondering. Wizardly.
I will go with Tess to talk to Targon just
Okay.
because
Quick scene.
it feels weird to make her do that by herself.
Valen and Tess, you arrive at the Temple of Pyrrhus. You see that Targon is basically answering questions and handling prayers out in the center of the building. The doors are wide open. The mosaics of the great yellow sun are very bright as it is early in the morning, and Pyrrhus is shining directly into the temple, the way it's facing. And as you two enter, you see Targon, who's like looking at these two other townsfolk. His head just drops because he's pretty sure it's more bad news. And he kind of gathers himself up. Good morning, Wild Hearts. I'm sure you come bearing good tidings.
Yes. Turiax is dead.
That is good tidings.
Yes, that part is quite good.
That
River is
is
safe.
fantastic news. It's like a bright new dawn. So welcoming. And yet I feel as though there is more.
Things happen.
Indeed.
We need to depart to the Feywild on a rescue mission. But in order to return properly, we are missing some spell components. And it's a matter of some urgency, so we would like to leave as soon as we can. But we are short some diamond dust.
I see. And you have...
We don't feel great about going to another plane with no diamond, but this is what we're doing.
Am I bold
So-
to assume that you, the Wild Hearts, are responsible for Nazeek's sudden drought as to these components?
I'm afraid so.
You are not bold. You're not just bold. You are smart to assume that.
He has made orders to get more in, but
Yes, he has. Under much duress.
Press?
Yes.
It's.
in other
I
words,
have
we aren't
put
the only one for
his
whom these are dear
toenails
to
under
be.
the hammer because I also need spell components to tend to this city.
This is why I don't feel right really about asking, but we wouldn't if it weren't urgent.
I see. I see where this is going. What do you
We know that-
require?
30 gold pieces worth.
Of?
30 gold pieces, right? No, yeah.
Mhm, 30.
Yeah, 30,
30 gold pieces worth of
30
diamond
gold
dust.
pieces worth of diamond dust.
Give you 100.
Oh.
We are prepared to pay you over double that in platinum.
It doesn't matter how much you are willing to pay. If I give that to you, I will be unable to revivify even a single soul.
I was worried about that.
I was worried about that too.
I have been stretched down to my last reserves.
We understand.
We just
What do you think, Tess?
haven't had the logistical strength to requisite enough diamond dust from the greater temples of Pyrrhus, and they're not sending it our way, so we've been relying on Nazik's trade.
Do you think there's a reason for the shortage of diamonds?
We are a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. We are not deemed priority by the greater clerics in the bigger cities.
It is not impossible that we can find another way back from the Feywild. I know.
I don't think it's worth. It's no amount of platinum is worth bargaining a life for.
Perhaps you should convince your little artificer to set up a distillery and start refining banasite out of the ocean.
He would
The
be
ocean
very
is not-
excited to do that,
He's not an artificer, though.
but he's a
The
wizard
artist-
now.
What?
He's a
Okay,
wizard now.
as
I wrote a whole
eccentric
song
as
about
that
it.
might be,
Mm. Yeah.
I'm afraid
All right.
I just don't have the spare material.
I understand.
I need to keep what
Thank
I have
you.
for an emergency.
I
Yes.
appreciate that. Thank you anyway. We knew it was a big ask.
He just kind of bows his head and he says, "May the dusk come peacefully."
Is Darlene okay? I'm not there, but
I didn't hear what you said, Pen.
I said, is Darlene okay? I'm not there, but I want to know.
Did we see Darlene?
Uh,
She was there last time getting a bone fixed. I
She
think.
wasn't visible, but she was there last time.
you look, you don't see the little girl anywhere. You could say something.
Nah. I'm not going to go that far into meta pigeon territory. Tess will put 5 gold in the coffer. And bow her head respectfully and say, "Thanks. We'll be back. Thanks for taking care of everything while we're
Of
gone."
course.
One way or another.
If you are traveling to the Feywild,
Yes.
be very careful.
Oh, you don't have to tell us twice.
Trust nothing. And he just bows his head and returns to his other worshippers and townsfolk that are within the temple. Claudia.
Hi.
You're going to talk to Selite.
I know you said don't go far, but
Yes, I did say that, yes. That butt is resounding.
we have something that came up with one of Gideon's nieces, so it is kind of time sensitive.
What is it?
We need to go to the Feywild and find her.
Mm. Oh, is that all?
She seems to be in the captivity of a archfey.
An arch... Do you know which one?
No, not a good one.
None of them are good.
Well, I don't know.
They are either cold and terrifying or hot and terrifying, and there's nothing in between.
I think it's a man. That's all
It's
I
not
know.
about preference.
I'm just saying. I think it had a masculine voice. That's all I can tell you.
This is for family.
Yes. River's sister.
And what was the task dealing with Turiax?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, that's all.
Sorry, I forgot about stuff. Just kind of happens one after the other.
We did tell her that last time.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you that already.
We weren't 100% sure, but now we are 100%
Yes,
sure.
it's confirmed.
So you're going to venture into the Feywild to retrieve Gideon's cousin?
Niece.
Niece. Okay. In the hands of an archfey.
Mm-hmm. Tana's helping us get there. We're hoping that we'll be able to find a way to come back, but we're not. We need some diamond dust or some banasite.
Oh,
And there's none in town because we used it all.
right. I see. Hold that thought. Solite goes into the main building and is gone for maybe 10 minutes. And then she emerges holding what looks like a small diadem with diamonds pressed into the face of it. Here.
Oh. She'll take it.
Aw.
What is this?
It was my mother's.
Oh. It's a light.
When it comes
I
to
mean-
family, we praise those who are alive more than those who are dead. Please, keep Gideon's niece alive.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No,
We'll be back as soon as we can.
you'd better be.
Tell Thomas I said bye.
I will as soon as he returns from ranging. Does he
Okay,
know you're doing this, by the way?
No.
All right. Well, I'll pass that on. I'm sure he'll be delighted.
We'll be back in a couple days at the most.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Claudia. You're going to the Feywild.
We'll be back.
Good enough.
Hopefully.
She'll scurry. Can she look at the datum in her hands? What does it look like besides just having diamonds in it?
It's beautiful, but it appears to be old. It almost looks dwarvish in make, with very geometrical designs around the front of it. As a diadem, it looks like it presses into hair. It doesn't actually fully wrap around the head. Its actual fittings are clearly made of white gold set into rose gold. And the diamonds, there are 8 of them, pressed across the front of it symmetrically. And each diamond is exactly the same size as the others.
Art Deco. We said dwarvish. That's what my brain came up with.
Sure.
Okay, she will scurry back. Tana,
Yes?
the light gave me diamonds.
Oh. Did she
I don't know
really?
how much they're worth, but yes, it was very important to her. But she still gave it to us, so she hands it over.
Tana looks at the diadem. There is definitely a familiarity on her face as she looks at it. She nods quietly and she says, "Let's use this if we have to. Let's keep it intact until that moment, if we must." Is everyone here? And this is the moment when, like, Gideon, you would come in with 20 pounds of dirt
Covered in dirt.
in a sack. And Tess and Velen, I think you would arrive shortly after, basically as they're getting ready. And you would learn about the extra diamonds.
That's very generous of Slay.
It is.
Yeah. Maybe we can find our own way back. We won't have to use them, but
I hope.
Or
Yeah. I hate
something
to
like that, yeah.
but if we need to, it's good to have the option. We should write her a thank you card or something.
Yeah. Or maybe stick around for a little bit when we get back.
I think the best thank you would be returning and then returning it.
Yes, that would be
Yes.
good.
And with your
I'll
niece
change that.
intact.
Yes, she was very emphatic about the niece coming back in one piece. So we'll obviously do our best there.
Solite cares about family, so I'm not surprised. Are we all ready?
Can I
Yep.
ask first?
Oh, I'm certain.
We have some folks that have been to the Feywild before. What are the rules that we should know going in? She's looking at Velen.
Well, I would start with exactly what Father Targon said, which is trust nothing. Nothing is going to be what you expect it to be, and just riddles are common.
Ugh.
Rhymes are everywhere. Exchanges can gifts are not safe. Exchanges aren't safe either, but are more likely to be. I don't know.
Take nothing
The
for
last time,
granted.
absolutely.
Nothing.
And I mean, the Fae, even the kind ones, are capricious, and they don't think the way that people do. They think like their own thing. So, just assume nothing, take nothing for granted, and I haven't been back in a while, but basically just stay on your guard, and time could get weird.
Tess is going to turn into a curly-haired half-elf instead of her changeling self.
Oh, who's this?
Linnet. He's the role I played a lot in Augur City. Figure if they're going to be tricksy, then I should be tricksy too.
Velen, why don't you go ahead and roll me a history check to see what you remember about the Fae? What you said.
I mean, I think it's pretty reasonable that her recollection might be a little dim. It's been a while,
Sure.
so.
All right. I mean, you don't got to explain it to me twice. All right, let me see here. Okay. Tawna leads all of you into the living room. The furniture has been shoved back against the walls, sofas crooked, a side table overturned to make space. In the center of the hardwood floor, Tawna kneels. Her chalk lines are precise, the circles interwoven with sigils and geometries that hum with latent power. Fine salt traces the perimeter, mingling with the wood grain. Solidified banasite blue glass candles flicker around the circumference of the circle, and there are 12 of them in all. Their flames dance with an otherworldly shimmer, casting long shadows across the room. The scent of ozone and wildflowers seems to drift faintly in the air, though no windows are open. Tawna stands in the middle. She says, "Hold your breath now. The Feywild's a breath away. But don't expect this to be gentle." She places the last chunk of banasite, a crystalline shard that is pulsing faintly with azure light, into a socket that's carved into the central sigil. It settles with a resonant like a string plucked across the plains. The ley line is strong. here. It should carry us close, maybe, to where she might have been taken, if the mirror holds true. You realize she's more talking to herself than any of you. But she picks up a tall clay jug at her side and begins pouring spring water into the groove cut along the circle's edge. It runs like silver under the candlelight, completing the final ring with a sound like distant chimes. The air suddenly grows thick, and the candles flare. Stand inside the circle and do not move. I don't have the strength to weave this twice in one sitting.
I'll stand in the circle.
As all of you get in the middle, I assume. Does anybody hesitate?
Nope.
Okay. Arcane glyphs ignite across the chalked floor. The salt hisses. The water begins to ripple upward, a vertical shimmer as if gravity has been reversed. The sigils climb into the air, glowing and spinning, and a low hum builds, deeper than hearing. You can feel the vibrations deep in your bones and your blood. Somewhere, something ancient feels the ripple of this spell crossing between realms. The spell is not clean. It is powerful, but imprecise. Tana looks at you as she's concentrating, and she says, "Focus on her. On Lily. Think of her face, her voice. Draw the line through." Gideon, I need you to make a wisdom check plus proficiency.
Okay.
You got this.
4. Wisdom is also +4.
I was about to say, you rolled a 4.
Did you roll?
No.
4 total.
We explode.
I trying to remember my. Ooh. So
Ooh, that's pretty good.
yeah, that's a 4 plus 4 is 8.
24.
Yeah.
24.
24.
24.
The instant you have this thought, suddenly the water coalesces and pools around you before climbing in front of all of you into an enormous, perfect circle floating in the air, 8 feet across. You see through the circle, threaded with soft green light, bursts of deep amethyst, trees that do not exist in this world. Vines and blue lilies and purple and violet and green and pink mushrooms, and a sky with too many moons. As soon as this circle takes shape, Tana shouts, "Go through it! What are you waiting for?"
Yep, I go through.
I run.
Jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hop, skip, jump.
Hop, skip, and a jump through the portal, over the river and through the wood.
Over the woods and through the
Okay.
river.
You surge through, and the portal snaps shut behind you all with a soft, glassy clink like the lid of a music box closing. The air here is too still. You land in a hollow glade, sunk between willow-like trees that hang with vines of glowing, dew-strung silk. The ground beneath your feet is mossy, springy, rich, and dappled with shifting, bioluminescent patterns. It seems to react faintly to your steps, rippling with pale green and lavender pulses. The sky above is twilight, always. Neither dusk nor dawn. 2 pale moons hang low over the canopy, one full and golden, the other sickle-shaped and hollow. In this moment, I would like anybody with a decent passive perception to roll me a perception check. So in this case, it's going to be Tess and Gideon.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice. Not nearly that good. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is good enough. The both of you see in the sky, almost as if symmetrically opposite the full moon and the half moon, In the dark space of the sky, you can see that strange, shadowy outline of a new moon. It is difficult to see, but you spot it. There are 3 moons in the sky, and it is not obvious.
Fascinating.
Behind the
Does it-
trees, I'm sorry,
Does it do anything? Does it look anything?
they don't move. They are just stuck up there.
Fascinating.
Behind the trees, you hear distant water, slow and sorrowful. A waterfall, perhaps, but one that sobs instead of roars. The air is cool and damp, and every breath tastes faintly of honeysuckle and iron. Something is watching you. There are no birds, no insects, no animals. Yet the forest hums with a quiet, oppressive presence, like 1,000 eyes behind a curtain. Just ahead, partially hidden behind a curtain of weeping flora, you spot remnants? Ruins of a building, maybe? Or a structure? Or a house, long since destroyed, moss creeping over the wood. Hanging from one piece of wood, Gideon, you spot, old and weathered and almost dripping from the moisture in the air, a blue ribbon. You know that color. It's the color Lila used to wear all the time. No sooner have you arrived and made that connection, do you all feel tension. The air is thick with mist, coiling about your ankles and knees. It smells of lilac and stone, and as it filters through you as a river might, you suddenly become keenly aware that you are not alone. A tinkling laugh in the air, ringing like a bell, emerges from just near you. A will-o-wisp, a chime of light and magic and spirit, dart nearby. And then, quietly muttered from the nearby woods, you hear archaic words? Language? You don't know what you hear. But as this will-o-wisp dance around you, what is your immediate reaction?
Don't follow that thing.
Pretty. What is that?
Yeah, what is it?
Shit, can I take some of that silk? I can make something nice with that. There's so much cool materials here.
You can certainly try.
That will miss.
1 moment, please.
Reminds me of something I don't remember.
Tana's here. Let me go ahead and...
There she is.
Reminds
shit,
you
Tana.
of something you don't remember?
I followed one of those once.
You told me a story about that. It helped you, right? You fell into a
It,
pit.
Alright.
helped me out a bit.
Artie, do you pluck some of the silken strands?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to roll initiative.
Oh my god, just immediately not listening.
Been here for 4 seconds.
Completely disregarding
God.
everything.
Hold on,
Thank
let me put you in
What's
initiative order.
not on the will-o-wisp, right? The ones like what you described when you
Yeah.
first came in?
Silk. The silken, like...
Oh, yeah, yeah. I definitely grabbed those.
Yeah, roll initiative.
I got
I said
all of
So
them.
something.
Artie, like, goes over here.
It's very in character.
Yeah.
It's totally, absolutely.
I even said something.
No,
I'm gonna grab
I
some
love
of
it.
this silk. Hell yeah.
I fucking
Nobody
I
stopped
fucking
me, so I'm
love
like,
it.
ah, it must be good.
Sorry, we need to put you on a toddler leash.
Yeah, you do that. Go ahead, and if you don't mind, roll initiative for
Is
me.
everybody rolling initiative?
If you want to save Artie from himself.
Do we still
I
have
mean-
the sugar? I mean, he needs to learn a lesson. Do
Can
we
I,
still have the
like-
sugar boost?
Decide
have a-
later.
Yes, you do.
and I decide later.
You're rolling initiative whether you
Hey,
want
what
to or
sugar
not.
boost?
I'll say that.
Okay. Okay.
You have a vigilant blessing. Oh, I
Thank
guess you
you.
have initiative anyway.
What
but-
sugar boost, Pen?
Gives you advantage on
Sugar
initiative.
King gives us. Oh,
I
it's
got
advantage.
a
I thought it was a
20.
D8.
Okay.
It's either. I don't care which. We'll say a D8.
Oh, I got that? Cool.
I was gonna roll again, but I got a
Anyway,
nat
wait
20
for-
first time, so I guess I'll just.
This doesn't really get much better than that, does it?
Nope. I don't think so.
Claudia, what was your initiative? Okay. Gideon, what's your initiative?
26?
Should I get a +8? Or D8?
A
A
D8.
D8. Oh, I rolled a 29.
Alright, so I'm at a 23 point.
You all watch that the instant Artie 23.14. Okay, hold on. Let me put you in here. Why are you moving? Why
I
is it
don't
like
know.
this?
Coming through. Oh, it did.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. The instant Artie reaches out and plucks some of the silken web, it's almost like in the same breath, a suddenly appearing right over him, claws outstretched, a phase spider surges out of the veil right next to him and is making an attack as it appears because you have triggered its web. Artie, does a 21 hit you?
Shield. Oh, no.
You don't have reactions. You're surprised.
I'm
no.
surprised. Don't we have a Warner somewhere?
That doesn't work if it's not on the same plane as you.
Oh, is Rhinan not here, I guess?
No,
We left him behind.
Ryan is not with you.
He probably didn't want to come anyways.
Honestly,
21
he's
hits.
lower level than we are. Probably smart.
Okay. You take 11 points of piercing damage as this phase
I fade
spider.
away. Go
Okay.
invisible. Ah! Shit! Is it 11?
Yeah. All right. You took 11 damage. And as you have appeared and things have happened, hold on a minute.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You just have to push it down the hole to the Underdark. It'll be easy.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Got it in one.
Burn the webs underneath.
I'm going to roll all NPCs here.
All he says. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Jesus. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome to the Feywild.
There's 12.
Claudia,
Yeah.
the surprise round is over. There is a phase spider right over Artie.
Oh god.
And the instant it happens, you hear feet on wet grass all around you. You don't know how far they are. You don't know where they are. But you are not alone. You're keenly aware of that.
Gosh, we were already not alone, and then the spiders.
We're so unalone.
We're so popular.
Artie's invisible. Does he count as flanking if I go opposite the spider?
Yes?
Okay, I'm gonna go opposite the spider. And I'm going to attack with Talus Touch.
Okay.
Had advantage. 2 14s or 24. That is 10. Can I trip attack?
You can, yes.
I would like to do so. It is a strength save. I'm trying to find the number. DC 17 strength save, please.
Spider succeeds.
Heck. All right.
It has a
well,
whole
I'll
lot
add
of
the D8.
legs.
All right, it do. Oh, and only 1 additional damage from that. Brilliant. So attack again with my second attack. Still advantage because I have flanking. 25 to hit.
Yeah,
Damage
you hit.
is 8.
8 damage. Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. It is now another Will-o'-the-Wisp's turn. Gideon, behind you, a
Yeah.
Will-o'-Wisp suddenly appears, and as it flies past you, it brushes up against you, and it shocks the shit out of you.
Oh, they're lightning, Artie. You're in good company.
Finally.
Yeah. Gideon, that's a 22 to hit.
I mean, yep, that hits me.
Hold on.
I think I have. Okay.
What happened to my other one? Okay, you take 14 points of lightning damage.
I'm an uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Like, oh, take 7.
Ouch.
As it darts past you, it vanishes.
Oh,
Fucker.
none of them.
Yeah, get used to this.
Mhm.
Gideon, it's your turn.
Okay. My gosh, I'm trying to make things work. Okay. I'm going to pull out Dilo's garden, which is still air, so lightning, and shoot it at the spider, I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
$19?
That hits.
That hit. Okay. That's not my sneak attack damage. Oh my god. Alright, Foundry, help me. Help me. Help me, Foundry, help me. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hang on.
It's okay.
Where are you, Miss Stylo? Miss Garden. Okay, so what we're gonna do. Oh no.
I believe.
I'm just gonna roll damage! No, I have to roll the attack first!
You do, yes.
I already rolled the attack, but we'll do it again. That's better, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Damage. Oh, hey, this didn't do my sneak attack either. Oh no. Oh lord.
You want me to
I
just
need it.
tell you what your sneak attack is?
Yeah, it's
Size?
3d6, right? 2d6?
Uh,
3?
double check. Hold up your
What
sheet.
level of rogue are you?
5? 2.
You're 3d6.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't do Dilo's Garden's extra damage, but that's actually okay right now. 18. And I'm gonna connect this to my... God,
2d6 from your extra damage, right?
that's what it is. 2d6.
Wait, okay.
Of the lightning? Yes, maybe?
It is, yes.
Extra sheet.
Okay, so it's an extra 3. Okay.
All right. You slay the face spider.
Oh, okay. Get fucked.
Away.
Hey, that little light, that wisp darted by and shocked me. Watch out.
Okay.
And that's it. I think perception's like an action, right? If I wanted to try to see who's running around in the woods.
Oh, sure.
Well, that'll be my next turn then.
Artie.
Did I ever get to grab the silk?
I mean, you have a handful of it, yeah.
I put it in my pocket.
Okay.
For
You
action.
have a little bit of silken web.
Okay. I am. Ah, shit. I don't like this. Where are they? Where are they? I'm gonna hold an action with the trigger if one of those little will-o-wisps attack my friends or me.
What is the action?
I'm just gonna firebolt it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna
Sounds
lightning bolt it.
Lightning bolt it.
good. All right. Next. Another will-o-wisp. Suddenly, as it passes by, it flies right by Claudia,
Ah!
and it's going to shock you.
Lightning bolted, Artie.
Does a 19 hit you, Claudia?
I do not.
Okay.
Do I get advantage since I'm invisible?
You're not invisible to them.
Oh shit. 24.
Yeah, that hits.
11 lightning piercing damage.
That says non.
It's 11.
11 nuns.
11 non-breads I throw.
Okay.
Yum.
You defeat resistance, but do you defeat immunity?
I'm pretty sure it does. It turns it into resistance.
Yeah,
No?
I believe it does, which means that you deal half damage to this.
Ah, shit.
They're like, ow! Is that what lightning feels like?
Basically.
So lightning that even the lightning dudes are like, owie.
And it flits up over this shallow stream and vanishes again. Velen, you remember the Will-O-Wisps back near Feyhop, or at least you remember them a little bit, and they were not this aggressive. They were not aggressive at all. You remember the stories of Will-O-Wisps taking the spirits of those who've fallen, and you cannot help but feel this little inkling of fear suddenly creep in. There's a lot of stories. And it's your turn.
I'm going to pull out my panpipes and start playing a counter charm just in case. Which does take my action.
Yes, it does.
But Velen is
During
very
that time,
concerned
you
about...
and any friendly creatures within 30 feet that can hear you gain advantage. Okay. Got it.
Basically just a purely defensive support action.
Yep.
And I don't think I have a bonus action that I want to use, so that's my turn.
Okay. Here we go, guys.
Yeah, how is this?
Tess, you see right here the brush suddenly stirs, and then tunneling out from it, and almost like a lightning quick dart, is a fey creature that suddenly darts out of it. And as it lands next to you, I need you and Gideon to make a wisdom saving throw, as it's going to claw attack you.
Is this is magic that we're resisting or not?
It's a feature. Yeah, it's magic.
27.
Yep.
Hold on. I don't have advantage. Please roll. Please be normal.
Gideon
that's
the
not good.
perpetually possessed.
Oh, Gideon, you're feared.
Ah,
Gideon, you are
I'm feared.
frightened. It's spooky.
it's
This
so
creepy
spooky.
little hairy guy with long claws and a wooden mask. You recognize this mask is like it's brown with like silvery veins running through it.
God,
Seeing it,
it's scary.
yeah, it's creepy. Velen, roll me a history check. Velen, you recognize that wood. You've seen it when you were on the Fey side of Feyhop. It's Gungden tree bark.
I've heard that word before.
Opie Gundam style.
Gungden tree.
You know that Gungden trees are these naturally, magically attuned trees that grow in the Feywild in like moist, swampy environments. They make the most amazing wands and staves. However, Tess, it's clawing you. I think at 25 hits.
25 does indeed hit, yes.
Yeah. Here we go. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
I'm not resistant, unlike some people.
Wow, shade. Next, you all suddenly hear, "Go, my pretty," and a
Oh.
shadowy hound suddenly leaps out of the brush and pounces on Tana.
No!
No.
Not the NPC! No! It's attacking Tana right
Get
now.
off my girl.
And it does hit with a 23.
This is an ugly looking doggo.
I'm scared. Bye.
Wow, says the werewolf. I thought you would have like dog.
I'm a
solidarity.
good-looking doggo.
As the dog appears, it's going to howl, and as it does, Velen, Tana, and old Artie need to make a wisdom save.
Man, these are some
Magic?
mindfucky creatures.
It's not magic, it's just a howl.
Oh, woo.
It's just an ow.
It's being scary.
Oh,
Scary.
no. Oh no.
Velen, you are frightened of this hound.
Yeah, right.
Artie, you are not.
Let's run away. It's all so scary.
Tana
It's
is
just- Tana, make the ritual.
It started up 24 hours
Tana
ago.
is got nothing. Tana is also not frightened though. All right, but then she gets bitten for 12 points of damage.
Oh no. NPC.
NPC, big
Our
ouch.
beloved NPC.
Next, a will-o-wisp appears and disappears here. And as it appears and then vanishes, it's getting closer. No one knows exactly where it is. This one... Where did it go? I've lost it. Oh, you're standing on it. Claudia, another will-o-wisp appears like right underneath you. Like a gnat, it appears and is just going to try and zap you. That's a natural 20.
Ah!
Okay.
Do you want silvery barbs about this?
I mean, if you're willing to spend the spell slot, sure. I wouldn't take an inspiration for it, but I'll take a silvery barbs
yeah, am I
happily.
30 feet away? I think I'm 30 feet away. I am 25 feet away. Silvery barbs.
I roll again.
I had advantage on saving throws against being frightened because of counter charm. Can I roll again?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Silvery barbs.
Instead of a natural 20, it is now a 25.
Still hits, but thank you.
Sure thing.
You take 12 points of lightning damage.
Ow.
And it,
Okay, 21 seems better.
you succeed. You're not frightened.
Gideon, you
It
have
darts
advantage
past
a
you.
little bit.
And it vanishes again. This next will-o-wisp, this one, the one that's right next to you, Tess,
Yes.
it just zaps you.
No.
It basically just bumps into you, as if it's trying to get your
Aw,
attention.
they're so cute.
And that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah. That hits.
I'm rolling very well for the will-o-wisps, it seems. That's 12 points of lightning damage.
Ah.
These are some spicy boops.
Little fucking taser beams.
Tana doesn't need to have her initiative hidden. Tana, like, seeing all these will-o-wisps just flitting around all over the place. This is... and she's going to just shock and grasp the hound that's right next to her, because that's what she can do. As she's not exactly got a whole lot of spell slots right now. She kind of burdened them all. Let's see.
Didn't we all?
Yep. She hits. And she shocks the hound for 14.
Oh, good for her. Did she dip away, maybe? 'Cause-
Wouldn't be
The-
a bad idea.
She, like... The issue is there's a whole lot of will-o-wisps, and she doesn't
just
want to get the
everywhere.
shit shocked out of her.
Alright,
That's
we
true.
kinda
And
stay
she'll give me
grouped up. I can
flanking
give us
if I
some-
can get there.
I can give us some cover around us. I've been working on some shit.
As Tana has taken her turn, she is basically just like waiting to see what's happening next because she doesn't fucking know. Emerging out of the tree is a creature that looks born of the trees, wearing a similar mask as the weird little monster. But you recognize the form of an elven woman, almost made of vines. And those of you who are proficient in nature recognize this as a dryad. But she's wearing this mask, which is weird. They don't generally do that. They don't really wear anything, usually. But as it appears, it's going to cast a spell, and suddenly vines and roots emerge, spreading out. All around underneath most of you.
Rude.
And I need strength saving throws from everybody in that square,
Oh, no,
as you are entangled.
Is it magic?
It is. Isn't that it?
assuming I know the answer to that.
No, but I think it's just
On like mental saving throws.
I
right?
have
That's the-
advantage against all magic.
Oh, because you're a gnome.
So do you, because you're blessed by a god.
No, I think mine is only the mental stats.
Spells. No, yours is spells.
Oh, okay.
Mine
Echo,
is
what's the
straight up
answer?
magic.
I'm gonna say sort your shit out. Yeah. Tess,
I rolled
Velen.
with advantage. I rolled a 17. I rolled an 18. 18
Okay.
was my best roll.
Velen, you are restrained. Tana is restrained. For everyone else, it is difficult terrain.
Velen's always getting restrained. Just fucking bondage
is.
money.
True. We need that Valen loop stat.
Tess,
Well,
Can
you
we use
did.
that?
We need more Valen loop stat.
it's your turn, Tess. What do you do?
Okay. First of all, I'm going to describe the silvery barbs because she's never done that before.
Yeah.
And for Tess, I think it looks like the eyes of Jamito, which I think in the Feywild look kind of more Fey. Like the colors are brighter and they're kind of like mixing together in the pupils. Like instead of one color for each pupil, it's sort of like the primary colors are mixing into different colors. And it sort of just like it like makes the creature attacking sort of like perceive something else. Like it's like their eye kind of like shifts. And then a little bit of that magic pops over to Gideon, so he has advantage, and the eyes kind of like open over him. Ooh, a web. And then her Twilight Sanctuary is going to come up. It should hit all of us because we're all within 30 feet. And we're in like constant dusk here, right? You described that, Echo, that we're
Yep.
kind of already in a twilight situation.
It is twilight
so
all
I
the
think-
time.
So I think that to distinguish from that, because Tess like feels, kind of comfortable. It's still, it's still the Feywild, so it's weird and different, but like there's something comforting about that. So I think for her, to distinguish itself from the surrounding, it looks kind of more like a bubble. It has more of a sheen of like a bubble. And it feels actually kind of like this is a thing that is of our real world a little bit, that's of the prime material. So that comes out, everybody within 30 feet takes 10 HP plus a d6. And then she's going to back out of the entangle because she didn't get restrained.
It does take 10 feet of movement. Just make a note.
Okay, cool. She will not go farther. And she's going to say, Artie, I don't think we should take stuff that doesn't belong to us.
That shit happens.
And
As you like have that interaction, you suddenly hear bleed, and feed the fog coming from the tree.
Whoa,
Christ.
Wait, which tree?
This direction. From the west.
Burn it all down.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's scary as fuck. For my bonus action, Echo, I am very sorry. I have been using the cool armor that you gave me wrong. It should be a bonus action to expend a spell slot and not a reaction as I've been using it. I am very sorry. She is going to use a bonus action to spend a spell slot and make her armor class 24 for the rest of the day.
Okay.
And that's my turn. And I am sorry that I misinterpreted that thing for the couple of...
Yes, how dare you. All right.
New item. Who dis?
At the end of your turn, Tess, it's now another one of these monsters' turns. Suddenly, surging out from underneath the tree, it appears and darts forward. And it's not hindered by the entangle, it appears. Artie, you're invisible, and yet it's attacking you.
I'm not invisible anymore because I attacked.
Never mind, it's attacking you.
Regardless.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit. Did I get these temp HPs now or after?
At the end of your
End
turn.
of your turn, alas.
Gotcha.
So that is 12 points of slashing damage. And as it gets here, you and Tana must make a wisdom save. As its presence alone seems to emanate just this weird, frightening aura. And you have an advantage because it is magic.
Yeah. I never afraid. I don't even need to roll it again.
Ta-da!
Tana is frightened.
Tana, just don't be scared.
Just don't be scared, Tana.
She doesn't reply. Because she's frightened. That's it for that thing's turn. Next is this one. This one is going to do something much the same, except it's going to flank as it leaps up to Gideon. And I need a wisdom save from Velen and Gideon as it appears in your immediate presence.
Just need a
What were you
fireball right
saying?
there.
I had advantage on Tess?
Advantage on anything, you got the silvery bar.
Advantage on anything you want.
Oh,
So-
okay. So a wisdom save? That would probably
And
be
my
smart.
my turn hasn't come back up yet, so you also have advantage from counter charm for saves on
Oh, does that mean
okay.
Tana had advantage on her save for fear?
It did.
Okay.
if she's gonna then yeah.
Oh, she just
It
sucked.
didn't matter.
I have a button here that
Sometimes.
says super advantage.
There is no super advantage.
I know.
I love super advantage. Oh, it's finally coming through. I mean, that's not a good save, but
You are feared, Gideon.
again,
Yes.
I was already afraid.
You are doubly afraid.
He's so afraid. At first
Super
he was
afraid.
He was
Afraid.
petrified.
All right. And as it appears, it's attacking you, but I do not think a 13 hits you.
Nope.
All right. The next turn.
This is kind of a mess.
Sniff the fog, little flames. Do you smell the end of your stories? As this
Why are you so mean?
creepy-looking woman steps out from underneath the tree. And as she does, this music is not quite appropriate for her appearance.
But it was soothing.
It was.
That was the problem. I guess.
She's creepy. I don't like it.
She is terrifying.
I like her. I don't particularly like old people.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's fair.
I meant like old people.
Sure you did. She raises her hand up into the air. And as she does, she casts an ice storm.
Counterstorm
Oh.
mode. Counterspell. Counterstorm.
You're casting counterspell?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Her other
Ooh.
hand
That's-
snaps and counters your
She
counterspell.
counters your counter spell.
Oh,
Oh
my
my god, there's nothing more brutal than your counter spell being countered.
Alright. Who's got my backup on this?
I don't.
Silvery can I silvery barbs a counter spell?
No.
No.
Oh.
And Tana, who's frightened, just looks and says, I have no energy.
I am out of energy.
I need dexterity saves from everyone in the circle.
Oh.
That's a good spell. It's a good spell.
You are restrained,
I
Velen.
do have.
Right, so that's disadvantage
Yes.
or just an auto fail?
It's disadvantage.
No, just disadvantage.
2 and a 3.
I
brutal.
have advantage, but I rolled really well, so it's just I should've left.
You can take no damage, get in, right? Do you have evasion yet?
No.
Heck.
You can just choose not to, right? No. Okay.
I have
Well,
uncanny. I
eventually.
don't yet have evasion. Yeah, that's next
Heck.
level actually.
Heck. Oh man.
Soon
I'm learning it from Rynan. Just watching him nearly die every time we take him anywhere.
Yep.
Luckily, he didn't come with us this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is gonna hurt, guys.
This is gonna hurt.
Yep.
Aw.
Let's see here. Artie, you succeed. Tess, you fail. Gideon, you succeed. Velen, you fail. Tana succeeded. Those
God,
of you
Tom.
Those of you who failed take 28 points of damage.
Oh my god.
13 of which is bludgeoning. The rest is cold.
Please remember if you
13
Had a
bludgeoning,
turn.
15 cold.
Okay.
remember to, if you
Wait, I'm
had
wearing
turn
a cold
remember to
resistance.
That's why I
clear
keep saying
the-
that to you.
Oh, I also have cold resistance.
That's why I
Both
keep
of you.
saying that to you.
So I
I'm
take-
sorry. Say the numbers one more time.
Ah!
I'm sorry, okay.
13 bludgeoning, 15 cold.
15
Okay.
cold. Okay.
7, 13, 20 damage.
And if you ended your turn, you have Tess's temporary hit points.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's 14 if we saved.
Yes.
Or does it turn into less because of odd numbers?
It becomes
Yeah,
14.
yeah.
Okay.
So if I have cold resistance and I uncanny dodge, I take half of the cold,
Uncanny
right?
dodge does not work on this.
Oh, okay.
Single
Uncanny
target.
dodge is only on attacks that are targeting you.
Right.
Oh,
It's
that's
yeah,
actually
it's-
true. Okay.
Yes.
No, but I didn't mean uncanny dodge. I mean if I succeeded the save. I'm sorry.
If
I
you
misspoke.
succeed the save, it's halved. And then if you have resistance to cold, that part of it is halved again.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
So 13 would turn into 15 would turn into 7, which would turn into 3,
Mm-hmm.
and 13
I was just wondering. Yeah. I already took the
would
half
turn
of the
into
bludgeoning.
6.
Okay.
So 9.
Okay, good. I know. I'm straightened out.
on the straight and narrow.
Okay.
Well.
A moment. This circle, in addition
Busy.
to the rough and tangle created by the dryad, the circle is difficult terrain. Next. Another dryad steps out from the trees.
That echo wants us to die.
No. The monsters want you to die. There is an important difference. This dryad, as it steps out from the tree, it vanishes and then appears stepping out of this bush next to you, Claudia. And as it does, it's going to whack you with a magically empowered stick.
Oh, you got shillelagh'd.
You did get shillelagh'd.
Get shillelagh, nerd.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
You want an inspo, my guy?
I have one. I might as well use it. Use my own inspo on myself. I'll use my inspiration on that. Actually, you know what? Just hit me. I'm a fucking werewolf.
Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
This is magical bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. You take 31 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Halved to 15.
Yeah. You take 15
Okay.
points. And then the dryad that has whacked you, as you get hit by the staff, I need you to make a dexterity save.
Okay. $21.
With a 21, you are successful. You manage to slip out as vines emerge from where the staff hit you and start trying to bind you up, and you manage to slip out of it. That's its turn.
Tell those creepy vines, no. No, thank you.
Do you speak any languages here, Claudia? You speak Sylvan.
I do.
Quietly, you hear this dryad as it strikes you. You hear it say in Sylvan, almost mournfully, "You should not have come here."
Never should have come here.
Different vibe. It's your turn, Claudia.
Okay, she'll look at the dryad and say in Sylvan, I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't have time for you. And she's going to Misty Step over here.
No.
What?
I just
Hi.
said I'm going to be casting some... Yep, go ahead. I already said
Mind your
this.
business, already.
Okay.
I moved 30 feet, and I'm going to go up to this bitch.
Yeah.
Still going to do what
I
I was
can-
going to do.
Whatever you do, I can take it.
Okay.
And she is going to attack. So she disappears in her little blood portal and appears closer. And she's going to use her Talos touch. Oh, now I'm going to use my inspo to make this a crit.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Claudia, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, is it?
Is it smell based?
No, it is not smell-based.
Hurt.
That's a
I
9.
already knew what you were gonna ask. Oh,
Okay.
no.
With a 9,
It's illusionism.
it's not an illusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see that as you get into melee with this individual, you see that the mist is gathered around her like feet and knees, and you see ice is slowly like building on her legs as you get close. And your feet land and there's like a crackle as you appear next to her. You don't know what that means until you attack her. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So I will just roll the damage. It's a crit, so there's an additional 7 on top of that from Tao's touch.
Mhm.
So it's 10 plus 8, 18 plus 7 is 25 for the first hit.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
You take 25 points of necrotic damage.
No.
Oh my god.
Okay. Owie.
Good news is, so does she.
Oh. In addition to the damage I dealt to her?
Why would she take it
Wait.
twice?
I don't know. You said so does she.
Maybe
She
she's a
took
masochist.
the damage that you dealt her,
Maybe she's
and
a
you
masochist.
also take it in return.
Is that ice still...
It's
Still present?
It is now stuck in you. I need you to make a strength
Ow.
save.
Okay.
Ow.
Owie.
Yeah, that sounds owie.
16.
That is not enough. Claudia, you are grappled. Your movement speed is 0 as you are impaled on an ice spike.
Ah.
Okay, well, I'm still going to attack again.
I said stay over there.
Okay.
Damn it.
You attack again. Go ahead.
Oh, honey.
What else am I going to take?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something else.
Sucker
Well-
blood. Aren't you a...
Go ahead
Sucker
and make
blood?
your attack. Go
Yeah,
ahead and make
heal
your
yourself.
attack.
Okay. Claudia will think, Mr. Tallow, help! But she's still going to attack.
He's like, girl, you came here.
Oh, that's a 12. That kind of tracks.
With a 12, you miss.
Yeah.
As you call out for Tallow, you hear, perhaps keeping your distance is the right answer for this foe.
Okay, well, that's not really an option right now.
No, not anymore. Good luck.
Mr. Tallow.
That's her turn. I'm not going to action search this.
Okay.
That's probably for the best.
Okay. So,
my temporary HP. I'm going to take that now.
Yep,
I
very important.
don't believe you are within the radius. You are.
30 feet.
Oh, I thought it was
Not.
15.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. It's
Oh,
30
it's
feet.
big. It's hefty.
Hefty boy.
Hold on.
D10 plus 10?
6. D10 plus 10. She's like, give me every fucking.
Wait, oh, sorry. I got it wrong. It is 10 plus a D6.
10 plus a d6.
10 plus 10
As-
plus 10, right?
I get 10, right?
As the ice is biting up into you and you're stuck there, this creature leans in close and you smell this horrible smell of rot and ice. And it says, "Your bones will make such clever little paths through the swamp."
God, have you ever brushed?
She says back.
I might with your digits.
Ew.
You creepy.
She seems unbothered.
On my taunts. All right.
Yeah, doesn't seem to care. Tess, a will-o-wisp appears and shocks you.
That's owie.
There's ice in my bones.
I don't. Does a 17 hit you?
Sure doesn't.
Okay. You manage to dodge a will-o-wisp as it comes flitting by you. Gideon, it's your turn. You're frightened. You're surrounded by these weird, fey, hairy things with claws.
Does being frightened gives me disadvantage on...
Attack rolls and ability checks, while you
Okay.
can see the creature that you are frightened of, which is both. So
Yep, so... oh,
you
no
can also
sneak attack.
you also cannot move closer to them, which you don't need to.
Nope, I'm not going to do that. Actually, since I have Dialo's Guard now, I'm going to fly about 20, 30 feet up in the air. Because I was not restrained.
Yep. You fly 30 up.
And- Yep. And I am going to shoot at... Oh, God, I want to attack that thing next to Claudia, but I'm scared.
Okay.
Bird.
Bird.
I'm gonna actually. Fuck. Okay, my first shot is gonna be at this scary dog that's threatening Tana, and that will be at disadvantage, which is Alt. Control. It's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep. Okay. I don't think I get sneak attack. I don't know if it'll even come through. It did. Don't worry about that.
So 12 points of
So-
damage.
Yeah. Well, the
Okay.
piercing and the lightning. 9, 10, 11. So 21.
Okay.
I just don't get the 7. Okay. And I'm gonna shoot it again. Or I'm gonna try to shoot it again. We'll say that.
Sure.
Once again. 19.
That hits.
Again. 26 damage, even without sneak attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
You slay the hound. It
Oh.
immediately disappears in a cloud of smoke
Okay.
and mist.
All right. I assume I'm still scared. That just hangs out for a while.
That wasn't what you were frightened of.
No, yep. I know, but well, same the NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay, it's now Artie's turn.
Oh, my decisions have gotten a lot more difficult. Pentolin did tell me to do it. Alright, so just to clarify one thing, Echo. With
Uh-huh.
my elemental stuff, all of my shit is doubled range-wise, right? Like diameter or lengthwise.
It depends, but yes.
Wall of fire. 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick.
That
That'd
would
be
become... Okay, so that would not double
120.
in length, but it would double in width.
Ooh.
Okay. Because the other part of it says up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high.
Yeah.
I
If you
know
make
it
a circle.
specifically says, but I can't.
So
like,
that so that could become 40 feet in diameter.
Okay, I just can't. It has to be a perfect circle then, right?
Yes.
What does 40 feet look like? Is this
It's
circle
real
thing
big.
40 feet?
That's like
This
twice
is
the size of this. isn't
this yeah, 40 feet in diameter is crazy big. Let me just show you.
Well,
okay?
no. 40 feet in radius is really big.
Yeah,
Diameter
this is 40 feet in diameter. It's the same as the
Okay.
ice storm.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I don't want it like that though, because there's already a bunch inside.
You can make it smaller. You do not have to.
I was just gonna do a wall, so if it was like 120 instead of 60 feet long, I was gonna like do like bing bang bong. You know what I mean, like here.
Bing,
So
bing, bong.
It's going to be 60 feet long.
So I was gonna do like this, 15, and it has to connect, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I was gonna do this. That's 40. I guess that one can stay out. That's 60. Yeah, pretty much like that. That's all fire, and then the outsides.
You mean
Is
lightning?
Yeah, lightning. But the outsides is where inside of it, and then moving out is
Yeah,
where
the direction is the
damage
direction toward the
side.
enemies.
Okay.
Yes.
As you begin
So
to
that's
prepare the spell, Artie, you are counterspelled.
Counterspell.
Oh,
Oh!
Yeah.
all that math.
Counterspell. The counter. I'll burn all of these spells.
Okay.
You showed her
She-
what's up.
Cast it at a higher level to counter this higher level, so please. Are you casting it at a higher level or are you rolling?
No, I'll roll it. What do I got to roll?
Roll it.
DC's 15.
Spell check.
So is it when
It's
you
a
say
spell
spell?
attack roll.
Is it
Roll
my
a spell.
modifier? Or...
So roll a spell attack.
Okay.
Like you were doing like a firebolt or something.
25.
Good enough. You counterspell her counterspell.
Oh, that's so many spell slots. Okay.
Yeah, but she wasted her spell slots.
Yeah. But she's an NPC, you know.
Mhm.
All right.
Yes.
It's gonna be 5d8 lightning. I got other
Is,
shit I gotta
is there
do
a,
after
what's
this.
the save for it? so I know because I have to make it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Tried to
dex.
warn you.
Dex
I
save.
actually did
I
warn ya.
accept my Quincy's.
Yes, I'm sorry. It is an 18 deck save.
Okay.
It is going to be
What is
a
dex
decent
save?
amount of
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yes.
25 lightning damage to everybody in it.
So I take 12?
Yes,
12 or 13.
12.
I still have 3 temporary hit points. Thanks, Tess.
Yay.
It was worth
I'm
that.
gonna have to bounce from the 30-foot radius of everybody soon. Anymore.
Okay,
Thank you very
Do
much.
what you gotta do.
Oh, I get my temp. I'm not doing anything as a bonus action. Ooh, 11 temp.
This Dryad is immediately defeated.
Nice.
Hell yeah. And does that mean-
And
does
that
the
means
ice storm go away?
the ice storm goes away at the on the whoops. I
Oh,
just
is it
said
the other
no,
guy?
and then I accidentally deleted it. The
other
entangle
guy.
goes away,
Hooray.
Okay,
which
gotcha, the
means
other guy.
Tawna is no longer restrained, and Velen is no longer restrained.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
That's not one of the ones that I was scared of.
Nope, you're scared of the two weird little hairy guys.
Oh, right, the hairy
This
guy.
one should take damage, right?
With
He's
which?
inside it.
Yes.
The
Little guy. Okay, cool.
and this one too.
I
Take
Yeah.
out my hairy guy.
don't
I'm
worry.
trying. I'm trying.
I'm on it.
I tried
I'm
to
so
place
scared.
it accordingly.
I'm so scared, Artie.
Those
Oh,
two are still up.
Heck.
Ow.
What about this Dryad?
Still up.
Alright, so they all got damage.
Yes, they got
Cool,
damaged.
And nothing else happens with that spell, I don't think.
It's just up now.
Yep. Yep, that's that'll be my turn.
Okay. Artie.
Yes.
A will-o-wisp suddenly appears
Oh.
in your
But
square.
that's you, bro. It's lightning.
That's me, that's me.
Yeah.
Big damn, big damn, big damn.
That's a natural 20.
Yes,
I'll
he's
take
like
it,
crit
yeah.
me, baby.
Crit me, baby.
I've never seen someone so excited to be crit.
Okay, there we go. That is 25 points of lightning damage.
Absorb.
Woo! Battery, Artie.
Energizer Artie.
Absorb.
Okay, so you have it so you absorb it to second level if you want, or you
Yep.
can use that, and then you take 6 points of damage.
Wait, what? What is it, 6?
Because you're resistant to it.
oh,
You absorb it down to
So you
12,
halved
and
it,
then you
and then
have it to
halved it.
6. So you get 6.
Heard. Cool.
And then you also
Let me
must make a
just-
concentration check on lightning wall.
Yeah.
Oh, right, not wildfire,
20,
well,
30,
lightning.
20, 30, 20. I just want to read this one so I can get a second level back. I can get...
Nope.
You gain no additional. You also gain a spell. It's not all you can cast. Okay.
Tawna's no longer frightened because the hound is gone. Velen, you're up.
Real quick, I'm gonna use the retaliate. It says I can use it against a creature within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So you see me get shocked, and I like get all amped up, and I just like rip it out of my chest and throw it over at probably the Dryad, right? Yeah, the Dryad.
You mean the hag thing? Because the
The
Dryad's
hag
down
Dryad.
here.
Yeah, the hag lady.
Okay.
Dryad.
So it would be what, the 12 damage then?
Dry hag.
You
This is the first time I'm actually retaliating with it, so I don't know exactly how it works.
let me. I wrote
Just
this a
says
long time
immediately-
ago.
Immediately make a spell attack against a creature within 60 feet. Oh, dealing half the damage you absorbed. I'm sorry. Okay, so spell attack.
So it will be 12 lightning damage,
Meh.
and you whiff.
Ah, whiff.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Velen.
You're muted.
no longer entangled because that dryad is gone, and there's one of these woody guys right in front of me.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna try to stab the woody guy that's right in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
Please,
Please.
please, I'm so scared.
Well, we're gonna see if I can help with that.
Ah,
Hey.
Night Velen.
Yes!
It looks like you
Woo!
can help with that. Go ahead and roll your crit.
Oh yeah.
On guard.
Clippy, like, you don't need help at all.
14 points of damage.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, and since I'm using my Scimitar of Speed, I'm gonna attack again on my bonus action
Go for it.
because that is what this beautiful moonlit scimitar is for.
So proficient.
So proficient.
And it's a 19 to hit.
You hit.
So damages 8.
You slay this monster.
Yes.
Yay.
Hell yes.
How many
Sweet.
things left is
Um,
Gideon afraid of?
1.
Both of. Oh, it's one of the hairy guys.
Yeah, you're afraid of this one.
Okay.
Okay, well I'm gonna move.
So, like, it
to-
dies, and he's like, whoa. Ah! As he turns around and sees the other one.
So I'm just gonna step up next to Gideon so that I'll be
I'm
flanking.
30
Yes.
feet in the air. I'm sorry.
I need
Hello,
you to
I'm
roll
30.
an acrobatics check
Sure.
as you're walking near this lightning wall.
Oh, that's fair. I knew that was there. I just wasn't thinking about the impact of that on my.
Body?
So as long as you are you going through the lightning wall?
No, just going along it.
Because it doesn't do any damage on this side of the wall.
She's
Because you
getting
can go-
extremely close to it as she walks over the
okay.
body of that monster. But with an 11, that's good
Yeah.
enough. You don't shock yourself.
Okay.
I was going to say, you
Hooray!
could have just gone under me.
Right, but I want
It's
to
an
be
electric
flanking
fence.
test.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
So, that was my action, bonus action, and movement. I think I'm good.
I
Don't forget your
remind
temp HP
you,
from test.
I will remind you, Artie,
Yes.
you cannot see through the lightning wall.
Okay. We'll say I threw it at the guy and missed anyways, so it's fine.
It doesn't matter. I'm just
Oh.
saying in the future, you can't see shit.
But she can't see
Secondly,
through it either.
I really
Almost
have
can.
to remember that when I cast a spell, I can do 5 lightning damage to any creature within 10 feet of me.
You should, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. New class. Who dis? All right.
Who did this?
Velen, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. In this moment, this creature is going to get out of the lightning. Gives you an attack of opportunity there, Velen.
Crit him.
One more crit. One more crit.
Yeah. I believe.
Are you still muted?
She is, but she's
She
also
is.
rolling.
Okay.
It's not a crit, but it's good
It
enough.
hits. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Away.
Okay.
Stab.
It is still alive. It's going to claw at Tess. Dirty 20 to hit.
My AC is 24.
Okay, it doesn't hit. And then it's going to Shadow Teleport.
Whoa.
And it suddenly appears way the fuck over here on the edge of the stream. If I could make it appear again. Okay.
Where? Oh, there it is.
Over here.
I see it.
Then this will-o-wisp. Hey Gideon, you're 30 feet up.
Yep.
A will-o-wisp appears right next to you and is going to zap you.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this dog.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That is my AC. So it hits.
Take 15 points of lightning damage.
Okay, I'm an uncanny dodge that.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, I'll mark it as soon as I get back.
I believe you.
15.
It like passes by and then goes invisible again.
I'm sorry, is that 7 or 8 halved from 15?
7. You run down.
7. Okay.
Tawna is going to get shocked by a will-o-wisp. Tawna does get shocked by a will-o-wisp.
Alas.
Tawna gets shocked for 16 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god, poor Tana. Is she okay?
She looks real bad.
No.
She is nearly critical. Next, this will-o-wisp, the one that's visible, just zaps you, Tess.
That one hasn't gone invisible. There's got to be something going on with it. We have to kill it.
It must perish! That's a 27 to hit.
Oh, that
God.
does hit me last.
Jesus.
16 points of lightning damage, Tess.
Okay. Test doesn't look great.
Tawna's turn.
Tawna live.
No longer afraid, Tawna, like, gathers herself. And she's going to look at this creepy thing next to Artie. She just shock and grasps it, because she doesn't have anything else she can fucking do right now.
Nice.
That hits.
Way.
14 points of damage. She kind of rolls her shoulders. Do we have a plan? Or are we just taking this on the face? Tess, it's your turn.
Does she get her temp HP?
Yeah, she gets 10
Yeah, I
plus
got it. Don't worry.
I had 1,000 other things I was gonna do, and so now I'm all flustered. It's difficult terrain, I imagine. It costs 20 feet.
It is difficult terrain,
About a
yes.
bit.
It's all slippery
Fine.
and difficult to move on.
All slippery and stuff. Okay. I was gonna misty step to. Well, no, I'm gonna be careful because these things, they're fucking dangerous, and I don't have very much HP left. I'm gonna misty step out.
You can't see through the wall.
I can't see through the wall. I will misty step over here to avoid the attack of opportunity.
That's fine. Yeah, you teleport.
Yes. And then I'm going to guiding bolt.
You
this
can't see her.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
scoot
because she's
over.
a fucking ice wall. God damn it.
Lightning wall.
Lightning wall. Yep. Okay, this is.
Yeah.
Hang on. Hang on.
The
give me a second,
opacity
guys.
of this bit.
Yeah, give
How
me a
tall
second
is
to
the
see
lightning
if
wall?
20 feet.
20.
Okay, so I can see her. Okay.
Oh, here's a question. Is it dark enough that instead I could steps of night up into the air 30 feet
It's not that
and
dark.
also see over the wall? What?
It is not that dark.
It's not that dark. Okay.
It is not dim light. It is dusk, but light enough
Yeah.
that people that don't have dark vision are not penalized. So you do not get to use the
but I
feature
can.
that
Oh,
benefits
but I
all that.
could I misty step? Could I misty step here and still see the guy? Oh no, but it can't. It doesn't matter because I can't see past the wall.
You
Sorry,
can
guys.
walk.
I didn't.
You
I
do
did
have
not
feet.
account. I do have feet. That is true. I have feet. And the whole point is the movement. Sorry, guys. I'm flustered.
No worries.
I will go here.
There you go.
Now
And
you
guiding
can
bolt.
see. Okay. You guiding bolt.
You can see me impaled on an ice pick.
Yeah, it looks real
Yeah,
bad.
I don't like it. I don't
Owie.
like it. Yeah, we're gonna second level. Guiding bolt. Does a 19 hit him? Her. This person.
Yeah, 19 hits.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
That is a good roll. 22 points of radiant damage.
Pew pew.
And please make a concentration check for this dumbassery right here.
It's not concentration.
Oh, the sleet storm isn't concentration.
Oh, Ice Storm isn't. God damn it. That was my whole plan, you guys. I'm sorry.
It still hurts though.
Yeah, you do
I have
blast
other
her.
stuff-
That's gonna count for
I had
something.
other shit that I was gonna do. Healing shit. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, but now you have advantage on. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe hit at ranged, Claudia, but she is glowing.
Yeah. I gotta get out of this ice first.
Yeah.
That's
and
my
I
first
don't.
plan.
We're gonna hope that Tess doesn't go down this round because she's hurting and she did not heal herself at all.
But you still get your
and-
temp.
But
It looks like she's got more than half her hit points to me. Have you been?
It's because I haven't. It's because I haven't been. I'm updating on D&D Beyond.
Ah.
Okay. Someone else's turn now.
Okay.
Fine, it's almost my turn.
All right. Artie. This guy next to you is
My
gonna. No, you're about to get smacked.
Oh,
That's a 26 to hit.
yes.
Yes.
God, what do these guys have, like a plus 19?
No, I'm rolling particularly well.
Yeah.
This guy has a plus 9 to hit.
Hi.
Okay.
That's 18 points of slashing damage, Artie.
Okay.
And as it claws you, I need you to make a wisdom save at advantage.
Nice. 18.
You succeed.
Okay.
This creature is then going to shadow teleport away from you
Teleport.
up here.
So they only take damage when they end their turn within 10 feet then, huh? Of the firewall. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they have to enter it or end it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's his turn. It's now this monster's turn. Claudia, as you are frozen, the hag tuts at you, and she just says, "I dare you," as she steps away into the tree.
Don't do it,
Do
Claudia.
I dare?
Oh my god, girl.
I mean, she dared you.
I have so many hit points.
Is there still
She did-
ice on her?
Yeah, she's
did
still
dare you.
fucking...
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Points. No
Don't
hubris whatsoever.
Claudia,
She did
it's
dare
not
you.
worth it.
Just keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
She
Goddamn
did dare
diamonds, my
you.
dude.
I know.
So many goddamn diamonds. Jesus Christ.
I won't do anything.
Pussy.
Good doggy. And she...
Fuck you!
Damn, Claudia, how does that feel?
So pain.
Echo does actually want to kill us.
No, I am on your side.
He's
100%.
just really in character. My
Uh,
face is hot. How dare you?
How does
Claudia
she know
just
he's alive?
growls.
Echo, how does she know he's alive? That he's alive?
I smell like one.
It's super obvious. To fey creatures,
A woo.
everyone knows. Tess. This woman turns to
Yes.
look at you,
Yes.
and she just points, and a blue beam out towards you.
A
Not for
bleam.
me, not for me.
That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits me. That does.
Yeah, I know it would hit as soon as I saw the die roll. All right. Here we go. This ray of frost beams out towards Clesia?
Clesia.
Whoever that is.
Linux.
Yes.
I'm
Ready?
glad Clesia appeared to eat a hit.
17 points of cold damage to you, Tess.
Okay, that eats up all my temp. I am still up, however, but looking.
In the
real-
moment, as it's her turn, the difficult terrain from the ice storm goes away. And then she looks out over the battle that is happening. And she does one of these.
One of these.
One of those.
Uh-oh.
I am doing a measure.
No, not a
Already
measure.
counter spell.
You can't see
Can't do
it.
shit.
Drop it.
are you gonna get
Is this the
shocked
order?
if I
Yes,
drop
this
it?
is the order. It goes like this. Suddenly, emerging from the ground right in front of you and knocking you back, Tess, and you, Velen, and emerging underneath you, Artie, is a massive wall of ice. I need dexterity saving throws from all of you.
That's not good.
How tall it is?
It is.
No, but he's in
Does
the
that
air.
mean I need to?
They're 10 foot
I'm
square.
asking.
You're too high.
21.
Nice. Good roll.
Very nice.
18.
Velen rolled a good roll, too.
Oh wow, I crit.
Wow, 2 natural 20s to save on this.
Gosh.
Okay, all of you succeed, which means you take half of. Okay, so that's 12, 23, 25, 27 points of cold damage.
Ouch.
Halved to all
So
of you.
that's halved, and then that's halved again because I'm resistant. So 6.
And so, Gideon's not getting hit. Never mind.
You are shunted.
Does it hit this
Tess, roll
dryad
me.
down here?
Yes, it does. Tess, roll me
Oh.
roll me a d6.
Okay.
Odds. You are
5.
shunted south. Velen, roll me a d6.
I'm gonna drop my electric wall when this happens.
You are shunted north. Artie, roll me a d6.
Do I get to drop my electric wall?
You can. If you'd rather to, you can drop the concentration spells at any point you want.
Yeah, just using. Artie's not stupid. He sees his teammates might get fucking. That's why I said it beforehand.
And
Realizes
this
they might
dryad
get
is shunted north.
Ah, shit. Guys, I'm gonna
Me
go
and
down.
Tess against the hag.
Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, Tess, you are not looking good.
Yeah, Velen, how much health are you at? Because you look like you're at full, and I don't believe that's the case.
She's like, I just like to wing it.
Typical Azamar.
I shouldn't be at full. I'm trying to figure it out. Sorry, hang on. I'm at 54.
Okay.
Of 74 with 9 temp after the last round of the Twilight Sanctuary. Because
Okay.
I just took.
All right. That's the hag's turn. It is now this dryad's turn. You watch as shunted out of the wall and seeing that she's on the side of the wall with all of you. Yeah. Excuse me. The dryad, has this club in her hands as she's looking at all of you, and she's shaking her head. She throws the club to the ground and pulls the mask off.
A friend.
And she's just got her hands up. It looks like she's trying to yield.
Aw.
That's her turn. She doesn't take any hostile actions. Claudia, it's your turn.
He is the one that seemed sorrowful to Claudia.
Yeah, the one that was like, never should have come here. Well, I'm not getting any closer. I'm still
You're
I'm
grappled.
still impaled. Yeah.
You have to
well,
break
I
out
can
of that
blood
or
blast
wait
from
for it to melt. You
I'll
can
just-
you can blood squirt her.
Yeah, I'm going to squirt on her.
Oh my god.
Is that really
That
what we're
is-
calling it? We're
It
calling
is
it
now.
Is that what's happening?
Sure
The
is.
blood blast. Oh, the
Let's
10
say
misses.
spray. Spray on her.
Tallow hell.
Girl,
That's not how this works.
Hello,
stop
like
asking the DM.
you call
to
it out, and
help
Talo
you.
says, "Aim better. I can't do that for you."
He helped
That's
me
good.
once.
That is good help.
Okay. Second blast of blood is 15.
Look at you concentrating. And this
He's
time, like she, like
wording so
this,
hard.
this woman, like raises the staff, and the beam is blocked by it. So you don't hit.
Did better.
Claudia just cries.
You can accent surge.
Could have used an
Action
to
surge
break
on,
out.
on my pathetic ass. Okay, you know what? Action surge to just break this stupid ice.
Okay.
Leave
Who
me
would've
alone.
thunk
Ed.
it?
You roll on it. You action surge. Roll a strength check.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to find it on my thing so I don't forget to do it.
Man.
Okay, strength check.
Yeah.
Oh, just a flat strength, no athletics.
You're impaled on a piece of ice. There's not really
6.
training for that.
6.
No. You are
Fine.
stuck on the ice still, I'm afraid.
Owie. I'm gonna second wind for my bonus action.
Smart.
Okay. Go ahead and heal.
So a d10 plus 6, and then I'm gonna take Tessa's. Oh yes, that's good. So 14 heals plus whatever.
You
Yeah.
hear, as like you're stuck and you're trying to recover, in your mind you hear, perhaps if you had some means of teleporting off of this ice spike, you would be free of it.
I did, but I don't have any spell slots. I used one to mind spike already earlier today.
Wow.
Wow.
I understand that that was a choice I made. Okay.
Right. Back to what I was doing. And it's now...
What do you do, Mr. Tallow?
Another choice you could have made was to short rest.
I will
Like
after this
I
fight.
did after you mind
If I
spiked me.
live.
I definitely short rested after you mind spiked me.
Listen, I am on an ice spike and I'm just hanging there.
Defeatedly,
Glumly.
like, aw.
This will-o-wisp
Like a coat on a hook.
appears next to you, Velen, and is going to try to shock you.
Rude.
Yeah, they're not very nice.
It is rude.
But I don't think an 18 hits, does it? Velen? That is her AC. Okay.
That is currently my AC. Sorry, I was
You-
looking it up.
You take 11 points of lightning damage
Ow.
as this will-o-wisp darts past and then bounces off the ice wall and goes invisible. Gideon.
Hello. Is it my turn?
Yes, and you are no longer frightened.
Oh, fucking frabjous day. Okay. First of all, Gideon is. Oh, God. I know. Listen. Tess is a cleric,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and I know that about her.
And she's
So,
full of
Gideon.
holes.
Yeah, that's a problem, but she is a cleric.
Yeah.
I am going to drop. Gideon's going to cast a spell with
At
his bonus
Tess.
action.
Oh, okay.
He's going to cast it right here, in between, because it's like a 5-foot.
Yeah.
He's going to cast it. Actually, he's going to cast it on Hana, his
Okay.
healing spirit, and this time, a spectral stag like appears, but it
let's
looks
wait
like it.
There we go.
It looks like it leapt through the ice wall, so it's got ice all over it, like crackling along its antlers instead of peaceful green energy. And it's gonna heal Tana
And
immediately.
already-
Oh, does that touch them both? Yeah, I can get them both. It's
can
no
get 'em
action
both.
required. Yep.
As
So,
that
okay.
happens, Tana like looks at the stag and then up at you. I'll thank you properly later.
Yeah. So for Tana,
So do I.
it's literally just 1d6, so you get 5
So
hit
will I.
points. Artie gets.
Oh, never
I'm
mind.
sorry,
I won't.
Artie. Listen,
I won't thank you later.
Tana
Take your 1 hit
looks
point.
a little less critical, and Artie looks even a little bit less critical.
1, 2. Okay, and I can heal 5 times with it, but the next times I can do it would be on the start of their turns,
Understood.
if they move into it. Okay, and with my action, because that's just a bonus action.
Wow.
I mean, I know, amazing. I mean, it's
Did you know that
1d6.
some DMs ban that spell? Crazy.
for what? It's so OP with the 1d6.
Mhm.
Okay, and then I'm going to shoot my frickin' bow at the scary hag, since I can see her over the ice wall. Okay.
The skag.
I don't have disadvantage. That's so nice. Does a 20 hit her?
Yes.
Hooray.
That's good, because now I'm gonna fucking sneak attack her ass. Did you do what? 7, 8, 9, 10.
How do you get sneak attack?
Because
She
you're right.
wants
Nobody's
it.
near. Nope, I know. Yeah, I don't get sneak attack. 7, 8, 9,
She
10.
wants it.
I do want it.
I'm
Have
sorry.
Hello, please give me sneak attack.
You see like this dark form look up over Claudia and be like, no.
So it's just
He
20
doesn't
damage.
listen to me either, Gideon.
He's the worst. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom.
He is the worst.
So that's just 20 damage. No sneak attack.
Okay.
I will shoot again. Just 20 damage, I say. This is a pretty good bow, you guys.
Just 20.
Oh, that's a way worse shot, though. 18?
Just 18.
18 hits.
Yay.
Sneak attack.
No, shut up. Another 20, though. I'm not mad about it. 40 damage and 6 points of healing on my turn. And that's my turn.
Big waves. She's definitely succeeding on her concentration. Artie,
Yeah.
you're up. And you recover a d6, I believe.
Yeah, if you- yes,
very
you do,
nice.
when you start
I'm
your
gonna
turn.
heal this one.
Okay, fine.
5.
That's better. Yeah, that's better. You're
Alright.
welcome. That's
Alright,
3.
so
I gotta keep track of. Okay.
Perfect. I see
Gideon,
this
you're
dryad
also-
looked
You're within 30 feet of me.
remorseful.
Your turn.
Oh. I am. Thank you.
You do what?
I see the dryad looked remorseful.
Oh, she's
Right.
surrendering. Like,
Yeah.
she's dropped her
Do
weapon and dropped the mask, and she's just hands her up.
Do I get that feeling from the other
No,
these guys?
not
No,
at
not
all. They
Not
look
at fucking all.
angy.
Okay, I'm gonna circlet of blasting them with the actual circlet of blasting.
Ah, so
scorching ray.
actually fire. Okay.
Yeah, switch
Go
it
ahead.
up. Where's it at? Where's it at? I'm just gonna click this until I find it. So natural 20 on the first one.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
6 plus 12. It's just max damage all around. 24 fire.
You
Fuck yeah.
destroy that one.
Yeah.
Didn't even have a chance. You crit it in the face.
Electricity.
A score. No, this is a circlet of blasting. It's not his magic.
Yeah.
So a
It's an
beam
item.
of fire just like right in the center of the forehead. The mask like breaks into pieces and the whole thing just flops on the back. With the mask removed, Velen, you finally see they're mean locks.
Mean
Mean locks. They're these
Mean
strange little clawed, furry, fey creatures that are menacing and use fear.
They're not
and
nice
shadows.
locks.
No, they're mean.
No,
They're
I
mean
would much
locks, hence
prefer
the
a nice
name.
lock.
I'm gonna
That's
shoot
cute. I like that.
the other mean lock.
Go for it.
19
You hit.
for 2d6 fire. That's 7 fire.
Okay, it's still alive.
And last ray, same one.
Okay,
Yeah, that hits 2d6.
it does indeed.
6 damage. Fire.
It's still alive.
Okay. And what's my fucking potion? How many do I have? Hold up. Those are
Hodor.
my potions. Do I not have any more left? I just have the one in the handy hop up.
Let me fucking clean that guy out.
Oh yeah, I just have the one potion left in my handy hop up. I'm not gonna use it.
That would be
I'm
wise.
gonna go. Yeah, I wanted to go deeper into the circle, but I can't.
You don't need to. You're
I
covered
know.
by it.
I was just thematically speaking.
Okay. You
That's
can
my turn.
describe yourself like hiding the corner of the square, like getting up as close to the stag as you can, but
I'm like
You can hug the stag.
I'm underneath the stag, holding its front legs with like my head poking out from under his chest.
as you do this, and the stag has just this healing energy coming down around it, a will-o-wisp appears and just kind of floats around in it. It seems excited
Aw.
about the magic.
Aw, cute.
Velen,
That's how
it's
we
your
described
turn.
it.
I'm not healing that wisp.
It cannot be healed. It doesn't. That's not how it
Okay,
works.
Okay, so looking, I see that Artie and Tana are both hanging out with the stag.
If
And
you
a-
want to go touch the stag, you can.
There is a will-o-wisp around there if you want to kill it, but it's just being a chill guy.
around.
It's just kind of chilling.
Yeah, chill, dude.
There's that's the dryad that was surrendering, so I'm not
Yes,
gonna
the one down
attack her.
south.
I'm not
I mean,
an-
you could
not
go
an
be a
owl.
sadist if you want.
Don't do it.
I'm not
She's
gonna
gonna
do
help
that.
us.
It's just not. That's not my bag. Is this one of the mean locks up here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he mean?
He's
Yeah.
mean.
And Walkie.
Hence the name.
Artie's looking pretty fucked up too. How fucked up does Artie look in comparison to Tana?
About the same.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
having a bad time down there.
I mean, Tana's our way out, so
Yeah.
you know.
Listen, I healed
Think of it
her.
that way.
Wow.
I cast
Yeah,
another wall
yeah.
of fire strictly around.
Tana looks like
Claudia.
Tana looks like she's at about 10% health.
Okay, I'm gonna healing word Tana.
Yeah, help Tana.
Because she's exhausted and she got us here and she's our way back and
Mhm.
my healing word is plan is such a strong word. Because she asked if we had a plan and I don't know
Yeah.
that we do. But she gets
Okay.
8 back from
She
that
heals for
and then
8.
I'm gonna
Plan is to win this fight.
I'm gonna go over here and attack the mean lock. Unless he's not.
No, he doesn't look like he's
The
surrendering.
dryad's the only one who's surrendering, so I'm
Very
just gonna
mean.
stab. Or attempt to stab.
Yeah, go for it.
We'll see how it goes.
Your attempt to stab was just successful.
Oh, okay. Cool. That is 8 damages.
You kill the meanlock.
Okay.
No, you were the mean lock.
Yeah. I was mean to the lock. That's my turn. Because I used my bonus action to heal.
Okay. It's now... This one is no longer in combat. This one is... Okay, this will-o-wisp appears and floats into the healing spirit.
Yes.
Vibin'.
This
I had no
will-o-wisp leaves you alone and goes and floats under the healing
Hey.
spirit.
Just keep the stag up, Gideon.
Artie's just
Yeah.
terrified underneath. Like, get the fuck away. Get away from me.
Aw, they're like floating around in its impressive rack
Tana,
of antlers.
Good God.
Tana like
Is it
looks
Tana's
at these
turn?
will-o-wisps that are not attacking. I didn't anticipate this.
Hey, I got 2 more. It's got 2 more charges. You want one?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm at
Do you
about
wanna roll your
28
own?
of 92. I'll roll it myself, thanks.
Okay.
How does she have more hit points than
She's a
Claudia?
dwarf.
Oh, Jesus.
She's very sturdy. She's sturdy.
She's
Boy.
gotta be.
Yep.
Built Ford tough.
Okay. Maybe we leave that last charge to keep those will-o-wisps occupied.
Yes, I'm going to see if they... Good. They
Safe.
didn't notice.
Nice, nice, nice.
She action disengaged. She did not take the chance. She goes here, near Velen, and holds an action to firebolt. Or no, she doesn't. She disengaged. She's there. Tess, it's your
She's
turn.
happy to be alive.
You're barely alive. You have
I
this
am indeed.
this creepy lady in front of you. What do you do?
Yes. I can't get through this wall of ice.
It's 10 feet high, and it looks like it'll hurt you if you touch it.
Cool.
Which would be a really
cool.
silly way to die.
That would be a very silly way.
Yeah, go around
I'm
it.
really not about that. I'm just not about it. But I don't want to burn another Misty Step to get through, which I couldn't even do anyway,
Can't see.
actually. So Tess is going to... If I can't see creatures on the other side, right?
It's completely opaque.
So I couldn't, like, mass healing word everybody on the other side.
I don't know.
Healing word is
Do
just
you need to be able
sound.
to see?
Oh,
Yeah.
healing word is just sound. That's right, healing word is just sound. So,
When in doubt,
I
read your spells.
yeah. So let's see. It's 10,
Yeah, I think it's anything that can hear you.
anything that can hear you. It's only within 30 feet, and I can't get any closer.
I mean, you could.
Um,
I just wouldn't
I
recommend
could.
it.
Yeah, I could. It would not. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save the 3rd level spell slot, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
healing
just
word
heal
myself.
yourself. Yeah.
Just try to live another day.
And then I'm gonna do something crazy.
Woo! Love it.
Tess is going to touch the reliquary of Magos that she just got and murmur a little prayer kind of both to Magos and Jamito and say, I'm glad that this reliquary is also someone in the Glutterlack. I hope you don't mind me using power for this. And Tess is going to summon a Celestial.
Oh my god.
And the Celestial is going to burst out, and on the other side of, she will be immediately glad that the other can't see it because Tess is not controlling what the Celestial looks like. But the Celestial looks remarkably like Velen, wearing like Xena Warrior Princess armor, but like shorter, like it's a video game.
Heck yeah,
Okay.
Deva. Hi, buddy.
She's got the bikini armor on.
Yeah, so it's like if Velen were like full Celestial.
Oh.
And and Velen not Velen like touches Tess's shoulders to give her healing touch, which gives her another 2d8.
Where do you put it?
It's going to jump 30 feet into the air with its pearly wings. And it is an Avenger. It's the avenging kind.
Well, we can
and is
see it now.
30 You can see it
We
now,
can all
and it is
see
now
Helen's
30.
stunt double.
Where do you
Yeah,
put it?
30. I'm putting it. Oh, I guess I'm putting it.
What is
40
it?
feet in the air. 40 feet in the air, kind of like up here above
Okay.
where
Hold on.
above the ice wall. And it did healing touch this turn, so it can't. I don't think it can also attack. I think it can only do one of those things.
So not
but it's
only
going
does it
to- it's
look,
poised.
it is important to point out that not only does it look like Velen, it is large.
Whoa,
Yep.
big Velen.
It's fucking enormous.
Big old villain.
Big Velen.
Okay. And you have it do what?
As far as I am reading the spell, it can healing touch once per day, but it also has multi-attack, so I think it can only do one of those things. So it is poising its avenging bow, which it can attack twice next turn, assuming we make it to next turn.
So the healing
it can
touch
attack-
is a touch. It has to touch.
Yeah, the healing touch. Yeah, it touches me.
It
and
touched
then
her
it
and then
just-
jumped into
Got
the
it.
air.
me and then it jumped into the air.
All right.
And so it's poising its bow on this attack from 40 feet in the air.
Dope.
So
Thanks,
it can only
Velen.
do the healing
When did
touch.
you get so big?
Okay, so you can do the healing touch when you summon it. It does that once per day. And then it takes its multi-attack.
Oh, it does both things?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we fucking go.
That's
Oh,
how
it's
these things
kicking
work.
fire.
If it says once per day, or like a recharge or something like that, it can do it on its turn unless the multi-attack specifies otherwise.
Heck yeah.
Kill her.
I love that for me. It doesn't say what is. Let's see. It's a modifier, +2. How do I know what its attack
It's your spell
bonus?
attack.
Oh, it's my spell attack. That's
Your
bad.
spell attack modifier to hit. Hit is 2d6
okay, so
plus 2
that's-
plus 5.
Okay, 2d6 plus 2 plus 5. So that's 21 to hit the first attack.
I assume it's on this mean lady?
It's on the mean lady. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
you hit.
Claudia Ventura.
So 2d6 plus 2 is 6, plus 5 is 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then second attack. That's higher.
That hits.
And 2d6. That's 9 plus 2 is 11 plus 5 is 16 radiant damage.
Tess, how do you want to do this?
Yep.
Oh, thank fuck.
I would like giant Velen a celestial to aim directly at this thing. Can it knock off the mask? Is that possible? Can it like be aiming for under the mask and knock off the mask and then go into its heart?
If that's what you want.
That's what I want. That's what I want. And I also want it to like wink cheekily. Like it looks the movements are also very Velen.
So Velen coded.
It's like this is incredibly Velen coded. Tess, like if Tess were not in mortal danger, she would be so embarrassed.
Okay.
There's always time for that.
Tess gets 10 back.
As the massive radiant arrow comes crashing through this hag, the mask is skewed aside, and you see for a moment what she truly looks like. A hideous visage of a woman that looks like a frozen corpse. As the hag is slain, slumping to the ground and dead. Initiative is over. As the will-o-wisp's distracted by the healing spirit. When the healing spirit does eventually go away, and the ice wall immediately just deconstitutes itself, the will-o-wisps eventually just, without the compulsory force telling them what to do,
Hostility.
they just kind of wander off.
Hi.
Oh. Okay, and as initiative ends, then, and they begin to wander off, I'll watch them do that, and the stag will shake itself off before it disappears, and, like, healing glitter will fall on Artie and give him the last d6.
Aw.
Nice. Holy shit, Velen, when the fuck did you get so big?
Yeah, that's not me, big guy.
Oh,
Okay,
shit,
why-
second
oh.
Velen.
Yeah,
That one's
the
real.
original, actually.
Oh.
The original, the
Uh,
remake.
This is hi. This is my celestial, I guess, that we're borrowing for an hour.
Uh-huh, I'm gonna
Nice.
let you guys unpack that. I'm gonna check on Tana.
Holy
You doing
shit.
okay?
Somebody should go talk to the...
I'm gonna talk to
I
the
have certainly
dryad.
been better.
Yep, yep.
Can I break the ice off
Um,
of my insides now?
Yes, you can do that. It's melting like as you're coming out.
Okay, I'm gonna short rest while.
Although I
everyone
don't,
talks to
I
the
don't
dryad.
actually speak Sylvan, so maybe someone besides me should
Oh,
speak dryad.
I mean, I speak Sylvan, but
That's
okay.
probably going to be the language of choice. I'm just guessing.
I will approach her.
I could try Elvish.
Okay. You fly down. The dryad looks like she's like scared, shaken.
I'm gonna let Dilo's garden disappear out of my hand. Okay. I mean, we accept your yield. We're not gonna hurt you. In Sylvan.
When you speak Sylvan at her, she seems to relax a little, but she's clearly shaken. She says, "You broke her hold. The rot is gone. The wind can breathe again."
Good. I'm glad. That means you're free?
Yes, but you should leave. Not run.
I can't leave. I can't. I have to find someone here.
Oh,
Do you happen to know of anybody who might have a captive that's a human girl?
there are tales of one taken by the frost. Not here, not ours, but far, far colder. Beneath snow that never melts. Even Kaelwith doesn't name that place aloud.
Okay. Was Kerwith the one that he kind of gestures back towards the hag one?
No, You've stepped where mortals shouldn't. The fog here is alive, and it carries memories of trespass. The court watches all who breathe beneath the Gungdan, and the Mask Mother does not forgive. Kerwith is not going to be pleased.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry about that all the same, but I still have to go find that girl. You know, we won't trouble you. But we can't take off.
You've saved me from Nagir. I am... Don't worry about me.
All right. Is there, like I said, we can't go back immediately, even if we wanted to. We'd have to rest for a time before we could power the magic again. Is there a place maybe where we could do that?
You can't leave.
No, ma'am.
Calwith does not scream or shout or curse. If she finds you... Look. Bow. Do not lie. Do not demand. Speak your truth to her, or not at all.
Okay. She doesn't shout, she doesn't curse, she sees all. If she finds us, we'll speak the truth, but only if we must.
She decides. She's made masks from the faces of kings. She speaks
Oh.
only once, and you must obey.
Okay. Is she the one that put you in a mask?
No.
Okay.
The masks are of the Mist Court. This is their court. This is their domain. The Gungden Groves.
Gungden Grove. Okay.
You're in their realm.
Yep. Trust me, it's not ideal, but thank you for the advice.
I owe it to you for saving me.
All right. Kitty kind of looks back at Claudia. You know she speaks Sylvan, so she's following this. Like, you got
Yeah.
anything to add to this?
Which way is the way the ice is? The one where they say the girl might be?
Colder.
Which direction?
The Dryad doesn't know.
Oh man.
Who knows? It could be a different direction tomorrow. Okay.
That's true.
She said that we are in the I want to say
Gungden.
Gundam. That's not it. Gungdam Groves.
The Gungden Groves.
Gundam Grove. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm butchering. I've got a. He's even got a rough accent speaking Sylvan. Gundam Groves. The Court of Mist is where we are. As a queen of mess, and she said if she finds us, if she says to do something. Oh, go ahead.
If you linger in the fog too long, she will find you.
So we should get
Okay.
moving now.
Yep. Yeah, she said we should go. If we linger in the fog, the queen will find us, and we can't lie to her.
The mother. The
Mother.
Mask Mother.
And that's Carewith?
The Mask Mother.
That's what we
Carewyn.
should call her?
Carowin.
Carewyn.
If you encounter her, and you must speak to her, refer to her as my lady.
Okay. But let's try not to meet her. Let's go.
Yeah.
So as your DM over the table, I have misspoke. Her name is Calewith. Sorry.
Hail.
Hailwith.
That's okay. Okay.
Hail with.
I will spell it for you.
Hailwith. I was gonna take a guess. Probably not right. Let's see.
You're close. We're one letter off.
Okay, thank you.
You guys can also take your heroic recovery as the fight is
I sure
over.
did.
Hmm. Gideon will relate this intel to everybody else that they're in the.
Court of Mist.
Yep. And he will try to repeat her words as closely as he can so that we all know how to behave.
So everybody be on their best behavior. Very polite.
Yeah,
My
got it.
lady. Call her
No,
my lady.
My lady. This is my lady.
My wife.
This is my
No.
wife.
She also stressed we should just speak truth to her if we must speak at all, so that kind of made it sound like brevity would be.
Makes sense. Mother of masks. She's
I
going to be
just
the
won't
one who
talk.
knows all the lies.
Okay, we gotta find.
Wait, I'm confused. Is she the one that has your niece?
No.
No.
We don't think so.
They say
Oh.
it's someone in the colder place, but they don't know where it is.
There's rumors
Okay.
of a human girl captive in the place colder than cold, where the things sleep under the ice that never melts. Sounds real cozy.
Can you smell the cold?
Can I?
No.
She
No.
didn't tell us. She didn't tell us the name of that place. She said even the mask mother doesn't speak it. So
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, which way is north? North is usually cold.
I mean,
You take a
guess I
moment and you look at the moons, Gideon, and
Hmm.
there is no north.
The
well, bad news about
directions,
that.
directions don't really work here like that.
So
I
just
think
walk
we're-
until we find it?
I
We're
like
more
that
likely to find it because we want to find it.
That's true, but
We just gotta want
incomplete.
it.
Trying to find anything here is hard, but that doesn't mean you can't do it.
Can I search this hag?
Yeah. Are you
Can I
sure
have
you
Artie help
want
me
to?
search this hag?
Sure.
Delicious.
I'll give Artie advantage.
Delicious hag.
Oh, so you want me to just do all the work? Did you
well,
really
you're
just
more.
walk
Do you
me
want
over
me to
here?
just? Do you want me to just fail it and not get anything?
I'll do it.
Is
Are you
this?
still a problem with me?
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought I was gonna assist you, and you kind of just pointed at the body and said, "Search," like I'm a dog.
Search. She called me a dog, you know, so that's what it actually feels
I
like to
mean-
be treated like one.
You are kind of a dog.
Wow.
You have my
I mean-
permission to bite him.
Oh,
Why don't you use
she
another
does.
mind spike, huh?
I mean, you got a heroic recovery. Yeah, just use a spell slot.
Good. Claudia bites him. No.
So much PvP today.
I didn't bite him
Okay.
yet.
You search the hag. You find a lot of things on her person. It's not great.
Oh.
You find... Firstly, Artie, you reach into, like, the pocket of the hag's cloak, and you immediately pull out something that's moving.
Ouch.
And it's warm. And as you pull it out, it's a heart. And it's still beating.
Okay. Is this why you wanted me to search? Are you actually mad at me? I'm actually gonna.
No.
I take out a jar from my bag and I take a
Pop it in there?
stick and I pop it in the jar. Put it
Okay.
in my bag.
You find...
What kind of heart does it look like? Like, is it a human
It
heart?
looks humanoid.
Ugh.
Okay.
Roll me a D100.
Yes.
Sorry, I gave you the treasure table, Artie.
It's not a
And-
treasure table.
It is not.
Sorry, I gave you
treasure.
the torture table, Artie.
You withdraw from another pocket. Shrunken, but preserved and leathery, is the head of a dwarf.
Wow.
Oof.
Don't look, Tana.
Gross.
Maybe I don't
Gross.
keep this one. I don't
You
really
also-
see a use case.
Tana, like, watches as you're doing this, and she says, "It's a hag. I don't know what you expected."
I don't know. I'm just following orders. I think she's fucking with me.
You
I keep
find... Okay. You find... what is this? Oh, you find a vial of teeth.
Oh,
Humanoid teeth in a
Amaraka.
small, like a potion bottle, basically.
Yep.
You never know when that'll come in
those-
handy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Those are.
She
actually
wants to kill the Hogfather.
You also find a small leather pouch that is full of sweets.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Can I have
Yeah,
one?
I'm gonna. Sure. Yeah.
Can I sniff it?
Are you kidding? Don't fucking eat
I
that.
just want to sniff it.
It smells like
God.
peppermint.
No,
It
don't
smells like
do it.
peppermint, Valen.
I'll have
Do
one
not
if you have
eat
one.
anything that you found on the body of a hag. What is
Yeah,
wrong
Pearl.
with you?
Well,
No.
I mean, what if she likes sweets? It's not all bad, right? Not always.
Hey, what did we say before we came here? What did we say?
I
Trust
don't
nothing.
remember.
Trust nothing, take nothing for granted.
Okay, well, I'm
Oh.
keeping it, but I'm not going to eat it.
Okay.
I'm just going to put a hag sweet in my pocket.
I'm keeping
You
these teeth.
do
though.
that. Okay. Let's see here. You also
Keep some
find on this particular hag it's a jar. As you pull it out, it's like a glass jar that seems large for what it is. And as you're looking at it, you're confused as it looks like it's something's moving in it, and you realize it is full of tiny, shrunken mice.
Huh?
Mm,
Valen can
They're-
control those.
Living?
They appear to be living.
Yeah, I'll keep that.
Oh my god. What the hell?
Just gotta feed them every day
You never know.
when you need tiny mice.
The last thing
Why
you
does she have
find is a
tiny
back
mice?
scratcher made from a severed skeletal hand.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
I'm 100%
I like that.
taking that.
Yeah, take that home. We're hanging that one by the fire. As long as it's not cursed.
I
don't know.
will find out.
That's what you find on the hag.
Okay, cool.
I start using the back scratcher.
What kind of humanoid does the hand belong to? Is it a small hand like a gnome hand, or is it a
Roll a
bigger
nature
hand?
check.
It's a Ninja Turtle hand. It's just got 3
Oh
fingers.
no! Oh, roll a nature. I probably
21.
won't do well. Oh, I went from a natural 20 to a 2. I rolled a 3.
Artie, it's a kobold hand.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
It's got nice claws. For the good scritches.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this for a while.
Okay, we should probably leave now.
God.
Nice, I got some
I
cool
would-
stuff, and I got...
really love to not be in this particular glade anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's
Hold on one
Hey,
second.
Echo,
step lively.
while
Try
they're
not to offend the fog.
Yes, Emily?
while they're doing that nonsense, can Tess have a second? I don't know if this will work, but can Tess hold Feywild in her hand and concentrate on Arthur Valenwild and see if she still has a connection to him? Because I'm pretty sure we're in the Twilight Grove.
We're in the Gunding Grove.
You're in the Feywild in the Gungdin Grove.
The Gundin Grove, but isn't it Twilight? Aren't we I don't know if the
In
Twilight
the mist
Grove is
lands.
like,
These are the
part,
mist
is
domain.
part of that though. Because
The Twilight
I don't-
is not part of the Feywild, and it's not part of the Prime Material.
Okay, got it. So
You
it's
can
a
still
different-
try, and
It's a different part.
it doesn't feel any different than it did on the Prime.
Okay, got it. I just wanted to check.
Could I take some more of that silk?
No,
More spiders.
no.
Hey, is there moss on any of these trees or tree-like?
There's lots of moss.
Okay,
It doesn't
Can
make
I
any
see if
sense.
Oh,
it's
so
not like
really
all on
pointed
one
direction.
side. Like with
No,
high-
it's all over the place. At the base of the trunk, up in the high branches. Some of it is growing out in hanging banners of moss, which you've never really seen that before, except in really, really, really old forests. But these trees don't look even close to that ancient. Nothing here makes sense to you.
Do
Mhm.
I remember any fucking myths or old wives' tales or just stories about navigating in the Feywild?
You remember a whole lot of horror stories about people that say they were lost in the Feywild. And
Right,
in all
that I know.
cases, those who made it out of the Feywild were brought out by a Fey.
Okay.
You assume
So
the
I
ones
have-
that doesn't happen to don't come out.
Fair. All right.
Gideon looks at the. Is the Dryad still here, or did she?
No, she ran.
fucking...
As soon
Yeah,
as
that
you
was
had
smart.
the conversation, she fucked off.
Yeah. Hey, which way did she go?
Uh,
A direction.
down.
Yeah.
away from you, opposite the direction that you killed the hag in.
Uh-huh.
You could try and follow her direction if you want.
I mean, I'm just trying to pick a way to go and trying to think how Gideon would do that.
I feel like she would go in the opposite direction of the scary frost people.
I mean,
She doesn't know where they are
Sh-
either.
True.
she didn't know where they were.
That was supposed
She
to
was-
be
instinctive.
in. That was supposed to be in Tana's voice. I apologize.
And she was talking about how she's free now because we had killed the hag right there. So, but I assume she's a citizen of this place, maybe? Who knows? Who knows?
I got an idea.
All right.
I
Good.
can't wait to hear it.
I take out a bottle and I put it on the ground and I spin it. We
That's
go
not a bad
forward,
idea.
So that would have been up on the map.
I go over to the house ruins that we were near while Artie's doing that to collect that blue ribbon that I saw.
The ruins of the house, Gideon. They strike you as remarkably familiar.
Oh man,
Oh,
Does it-
fuck.
does it look like my brother's house?
It does.
Oh no.
The hell?
You've seen your brother's house.
Yeah.
It wasn't destroyed in the Feywild. And yet, you recognize the broken rafters that have fallen. You recognize the ruined banister on the patio, the deck on the front of the house. One of the few pieces that seems to be intact here, though it is covered in moss. You recognize the carving of the wood, the same shape.
Can I retrieve the ribbon that
Yeah.
I saw?
Absolutely.
Get it, hold it in my hand, and kind of walk around the ruin of the house, just being like, "What the hell?"
Most of the house seems to have submerged into the marsh. The wetland seems to have reclaimed a lot of it, and moss and grass and fungus are growing all over the place. But you see in the corner closest to where you entered, there is an old desk, canted slightly, tilted as one leg is rotted away. You swear you've seen this desk.
I go up to it and kind of lean my hip where that leg is rotted away to brace it. Is there a way to open it?
Yeah? It might
Yeah?
require a
Can I-
little bit of strength, as it's been kind of sealed shut by water, but you can try.
I'll try. If
Give
I
me a
can't
strength
do it, I'll
check.
call for my strong daughter.
Your Strutter.
Hope
My
that's
strong
me.
daughter. Yeah. Okay. Strength check. Come on. Please.
The curse
Thank you.
of Straughter.
Oh, I am proficient at athletics. Actually, would
is
it be
not
athletics?
No, this
It's a
is an
strength. Okay.
awkward angle. You can't really
my
train for that.
I got rid of my. There we go. Oh, that's not great. Like 13.
Hang on a minute. 13. Oh, yeah. The desk kind of falls apart
Hey.
when you yank on it,
Oh.
honestly.
Oh shit.
But you get it open. Let's see here. You'd think I'd have this note open, like I was prepared for this, like a DM.
But you're so cute.
Thank goodness.
That's what really.
You see, inside this ruined drawer, the center of the drawer, and probably the reason why this desk has not just melted into debris, is a small brooch of black ice shaped like a tear or a downward pointing eye, half melted. And you can tell at a glance it looks like it's cold. But this brooch has like a void in the middle where it looks like there might have once been a gemstone, like an open setting. And you see that the brooch just seems to gleam with a little bit of pale white light.
Boy, that looks magic as hell. I'm gonna. Ooh. Poke my head out. Like, I found something magical in here made of black ice. It seems like it could be connected. Somebody magical want to look at it and see if it's okay to touch?
I would if you don't have The impatience for a ritual, I can identify it, or...
No,
If-
I'm fine with that. It's just a few minutes.
All right.
This is a.
I could too. I mean, you're pretty tired.
I would...
Mine's a little more ridiculous.
Yeah, Velen, if you would, since she's.
Please, if you don't mind, I would like to sit
I don't mind at
down.
all. Yeah, take a load off. I can do it. It'll just be 10 minutes.
This is my brother's house, but
I didn't know your
not.
brother lived in the Feywild.
He doesn't, and his house is still where it should be too. But this is
Is
it.
that- Is it possible to
this-
have the same place in two places?
Yes, but maybe this is a dream of it.
She said Vayhop was in 2 places, and he'll hold up the ribbon. He'd be like, "But this isn't a dream."
Is it like a? Could it be possible that because Lily is here, like her memories are strong enough to create something like this?
Hell, I
Well, what
don't
did you
know.
say happened to your brother? I know he's not alive
Well,
anymore, but what did you find?
I'm just going to start dancing.
Valen's like, "This is so cheerful."
Sad man.
He died.
Do you
I didn't-
think
I
maybe
didn't
it
have
was-
time to.
I was just gonna say maybe like there was an accident and there was like maybe a thin place
Maybe, yeah.
and maybe
Could-
it was a Fae thing that did this.
Could
And
be.
that's how
That
it
could be how
got
she
Lily.
got here. Yeah.
Well, and then maybe River went to the Feywild too, but she was found by the culling.
Yeah.
That's
That was
kinda weird.
that's what I thought. True. Okay, yeah, this thing I found made of black ice. Looks like it used to have a gem in it. I don't know. That sounds like this fucker we're up against.
Right.
Hey, well, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt? Wasn't Artie doing something?
Yeah, I just want a bottle. We're gonna go this direction.
Yeah. Okay.
After Velen finishes dancing,
Yeah.
her sad dance.
You know, we'll see what this tier thing is.
As you wait for Velen to finish casting, identify as a ritual. Velen, you notice a few things as you're performing this dance. One, this thing is incredibly cold to the touch. By the time you finish the ritual, your fingers hurt by how cold it is. You feel as though it's just draining the warmth out of you. With Identify, you understand this item is called the Hollow Sigil.
Hollow sigil.
Ooh.
It is not a... I'm sorry, excuse me. It is a signature, a sigil of ownership tied to an ancient pact. This object is neither bait nor a trophy. It is a brand, as saying one has been here.
Like saying Blank was here.
But is it attached to a particular being?
Not one that you understand. The Identify magic cannot quite get there. You do know that
Okay.
it radiates necrotic and enchantment magic, though dull and old, as if the magic has already been spent.
Okay. I don't. Velen doesn't really know what that means, so she'll just share everything that she learned.
I imagine it has something to do with that Fae that has Lily.
Yeah.
I imagine that. It's
Velen, roll me a
very
wisdom save.
cold.
Oh,
Oh no.
This is what happens when I always am the one to touch the weird thing.
In the background, as you're describing what it is to them, you hear the sound of chains dragging across ice.
Velen kind of breaks off in the middle of a sentence and kind of looking around like,
You okay?
I can hear chains.
All right. Well, let's stop
Kind of-
touching that thing.
Yeah, she like flexes her fingers and then like rubs them together and then like tucks her hands into her very nice coat.
We have a fear of cold too.
Yeah.
This is gonna be tough for Velen going to an icy place.
I mean, maybe we could convince a Fae to get her out for us.
I don't know about that. I'm hoping we can convince Faye to tell us how to get there.
If we decide to follow that route, it is by certain that Faye would require something of equal exchange from us.
Yes. But I don't know how else to navigate this place. Deal making is about the only power that we might have here.
What would count as an equal exchange?
I don't know, it depends on what the Fae want.
What about what about this thing? It's a brand. It's a deliberate signature. Is there no way we could use this to maybe track it down?
Again?
Can't tell whose it is just from... I mean, I'm sure someone could, but I can't. I don't understand it. It's quite old, which suggests something old and powerful left it here.
Should we just go in the direction Artie said? It's not like we know a better direction.
I think moving of any kind would be wise.
Right, before someone else
Yeah.
does.
I agree. That works as good as anything. Artie, did you like the direction?
When I
Yeah.
heard
It's that
the
way.
sound of chains scraping over ice, could I triangulate on that sound, or was it just in my head?
It was just in your head.
Okay.
Hey, let's go.
As you guys consider directions, you try
Mhm.
and decide which way you're going to go after finding the strange mirror of Gideon's brother's cabin. That is where we will call it for tonight's session.
Yeah.
Ooh, almost done.
We did it. We did something.
We got
We-
there.
We're
Okay.
here.
Something.
Now the hard part.
Okay.
That wasn't the hard part.
Oh
It's so
no.
funny. Like
That was just the start.
No.
Gideon didn't want to say, but he was thinking. He's like, I mean, I bet what's gonna happen is this Fae is gonna find us.
Yeah, and we'll have to figure
Yep.
out a way to deal with. I'm certain that you are right in that respect.
But he's not gonna say that.
No.
That's
We're all
morale.
thinking it.
All right. As we come to the end of the session, I want to thank you all for playing with me. Before we go any farther, we must first give everybody an opportunity to vote for each other for a point of inspiration. So, we're going to start with the bottom of the order this time. Sal, who did something that you liked? Haha, bamboozled.
That was a bamboozle. I was gonna spend like the entire time other people were talking thinking about it.
Well, now you're on the spot.
I'm on the spot. There was a really funny thing that happened while I was walking across the room, and it made me laugh out loud. And it was Gideon said something, and I'm trying to remember what it was so that I can actually justify this vote. But I can't remember the specifics, so I'm going to change my justification and say that it is for the conversation with the dryad. And just, I don't know, you can really see we're sort of in it trying to help Gideon's niece, and we have this balance of like Gideon being willing to accept help, but also like recognizing that nobody is here. Except for like we're all here helping, and it's not like an obligation, but like the choice that everyone is making to help. And he's been pretty consistent about that, and it's good. So my
Okay.
vote for Frog.
No frog. All right, next. Remembered Orison.
I'm going to give it to Velen because I appreciated that, like, Velen understood that, like, Tess wanted to talk to Targon about this, but didn't like it, and I appreciated that Tess shouldn't have to do this by herself. That was a very sweet gesture from Velen that I was gonna have them talk about. We didn't really have time for it, but I really appreciate it.
Okay. Pen.
I'm gonna give it to Tess for the giant Velen Celestial because it took me out. That is hilarious, and I love that it wasn't consciously made by Tess. That's just the obvious manifestation of what Tess considers like divine, and it is like everybody knows,
Yep.
and we're
Velen's
just,
like,
just not addressing
Yep.
it.
Yep. Okay.
Just gonna sit with that.
I just have to
Okay.
accept that that is the reality, and I love it.
Hellfrog.
So I think I'm gonna split the vote evenly because I'm gonna, runner-up goes to Tess for the giant villain. I really loved that, but I am voting for Artie because when he was looting the hag and he came up with something gross, he was like, "Are you mad at me?" Ah,
Okay. And last but not least, Dooch.
Oh, I was actually my actual decision was gonna split it evenly. I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna game the system. I will give a shout out to Claudia for just being a meatball, you know, and
You're a
just owning
meatball.
her decisions in battle. Being
Yeah, she's good.
nice, you know, jumping in, getting warned not to go over there, runs in, just gets stuck on a spike, and then just like
Owie.
defeated after missing all of her attacks. Just like
They
I
weren't
just
all
envision-
missed.
I just
These-
the two Eldritch blasts afterwards in
Okay, yeah,
particular.
okay, I'll give you that.
I just envision like a spike's like impaling through her, and she's like holding up against it, and after those two shots, she just like starts sliding down.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh,
Like,
That's
"Alright,
basically
I
what
live here
happened.
now."
God, these
Um,
siblings
Okay.
always doing
but-
this stuff."
But I will juice up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna split all of her decisions. I'm gonna give it to Emily for the Velen. The Velen Celestial was super
Oh,
funny.
goddamn funny.
Yeah.
The day
We'll just
villain.
stack all of
I
our
think-
expos on her.
My favorite thing about the Velen Celestial is that she's dressed like Xena.
I know.
Yes.
Exactly.
Princess
I
Warrior.
was-
Something buried deep inside
I
Tess
thought about
came
it,
out
I thought
today.
about it. I was like, what is an awkward, sexy thing? And I'm like, it's Xena Warrior Princess. Toshi.
Yeah.
Xena Princess.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love that show.
Oh, this show's so good.
That's a stretch. Anyway, thank you all for playing with me tonight. I hope you had a good time. I had a lot of fun running for you. Welcome to the Feywild. Things are going to be weird.
It's gonna get hard, guys.
Yay.
It is going to get hard.
Hopefully none of us die.
For
It's
real.
gonna get hard. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna get
that wasn't
even
bad.
harder.
Prepare to get lots of one-on-one. It's going to be... All
Boy.
right. Thank you for playing with me. To those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi, Pen. Hi, Emily. Hi, Clash.
Hi.
Hi, everybody else. We love you all, and I wish you a good night.